Yo, what's up, people? Y'all ready for another wine-induced hand review? It's been a while since we done one. See, there you can tell. I had the whole bottle. I had a Toscana something 1995. And it tasted good. So, let's take a look here. We went over, because it was a longer session. We're going over all the pots that were 20K or bigger that went to Showdown. Can't show you the other ones because y'all going to see some crazy ass shit. Shit got crazy in this one because we want real deep fucking wasted. Woo! Yeah, we were like 300 big blinds deep on both tables for like a while. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, let's just get to the action right here. See, press play. Okay, we got the deuce 5. You know, I'm going to defend. Now we got the 3 flush monotone board. We're going to check raise because fuck it. That was my thought process. Just fuck it. Now we're doing this new funky thing, the 10% bet on turn. I don't know what the fuck. Why not? I think I did that. I don't know. Now I got a full house, so who cares what I did? He called me with ace high. Yeah, I had the best hand the whole way, obviously. Guy didn't even have a club, and he was fucking in there dicking around. Not even a club in his hand. Dicking around. All right, now I'm calling a 3-bet because I got king jack, which is okay. Check. I don't know. Maybe I could bluff, but fuck it. All right, got the king of hearts. Blocker. Bullshit. He bets pot. I think this is bullshit. This is some bullshit. I call bullshit. You got... Whoa, aces. Okay. Sorry. I don't know. I thought he had bullshit. King jack beats bullshit. Okay. 3-bet 9s. Bet small. He calls. Okay, I don't know. Got to worry about an ace. Check. 7 on the end. Check, fucking call. What do you got? 10s. Ah, shit. Eat a dick. Fucking 9s against 10s. At least it didn't go all in pre-flop because that would have been fucking bad and annoying. Okay, I got ace queen. Flop the top fucking pair with the queen of hearts. Liking life right now. Betting big now on the turn because fuck him. He calls. 9 on the river. All right, what do you go ahead, you bluff if you want. I'm not fucking folding, but you can bluff. Oh, you didn't need to because you made a fucking 9. If you didn't, maybe you would have just fired one more shell, huh? Yeah. Nice. At least it wasn't a club, right? He makes a lot of them fucking backdoor flushes, so you got to be thankful. Say your Hail Marys when he doesn't hit one. All right, what am I doing here? I got king 9. I called the 3-bet. Call the flop. Now I'm going to represent some shit. Represent that jack ball. He calls ace fucking kind of fucks me because, I don't have an ace. He knows I don't have a fucking ace. Right? So whatever. We'll chop it. But you know what I mean? He knows I don't have a fucking ace if I bet the turn. He's going to think I got a fucking jack or jack shit. So I can't really bet the ace. Besides, I got a king kicker. It's fine. All right. What do we got? 3 fucking 10s. You going to check raise this shit? All right. Eat a dick. I'm not folding. What? 3rd pot. All right. No need to raise him just yet. Let's fucking let him fire another fucking bullet. Oh, you going to bet one more time? Overbet. Okay. Well, I'm not going to raise, but you got shit. Ace fucking 5, bro. Drawing dead. Drawing fucking dead. All right, I got 8 to 4 of diamonds. I'm going to 3-bet this one. Flush draw. Hello. Bet a little size on this one. He's calling. Okay. Now we got the 8s, so we got a lot of shit going on. A lot of shenanigans, but I'm going to check. Let him bet. He's betting small. All right, fuck it. Just call. All right, flush. Can't bet, though. You know what I mean? Your range, as the kids say, your range doesn't really have a lot of bets on that river. So, wow, good check back he made with jack, queen. Here we go. Calling a 3-bet. They're calling a raise, whatever. Calling a big fucking bet. Got top pair, whatever. I don't fucking know. He's betting pot again. All right, top pair. We're going to call. 8 on the river? I don't know. Maybe I should fucking fold now. No, I can't fold. Fucking top pair. Are you crazy? Aces. Well, just take your money then. What do you want for my life? I don't know. With jack. Ace jack. All right, let's 3-bet this fucker. Okay, we flopped nothing. Check. I'm not going to fold. I got a jack of clubs. I got ace jack high. Fucking. Now I got aces with a jack club kicker. He can't fucking win. Check. 9 on the river. Okay, so we both have full houses. Okay, I'm going to check and fucking see if he bluffs at it. He bets. Okay, cool. Okay. Nice fucking life you got there, buddy. You could only catch a fucking... Literally only a fucking 9. Only a fucking 9 or an ace to get half. Only a fucking 9 or an ace. Nice fucking life, I think. I don't know. All right, now we got jacks and we 3-bet. Don't go nowhere, puppy. My puppy's leaving me. I'm going to check call because fuck it. I have jacks with a jack of diamonds. Good spot. Now I make the jack high flush, check. Got to obviously pay it off. See what fucking bullshit he has. All right. Fucking full house. Nice fucking life you have there. Full fucking house in the flop. So tilting. All right. Now I got the jack and the 10. What do I got? Nothing. Okay, well, now I got a double gutter. I got the 10 of diamonds. Shit, I don't know. Fuck, I should raise his ass. Nah, fuck it. Let's just call and hit it. One time, let's fucking hit it straight. Check. All right, now I have to fucking bluff at it. I got nothing. What is he doing? Calling? Fuck. What the fuck? Oh, shit. He hit the 7 on the river. I had the best fucking hand with the jack high. All right, let's fucking put all the money in. Ace, king against 10s. Let me win a flip one time. How about that? Hello. Let's move that all-in EV my way because we're stuck 400K all-in EV. Not anymore. All right, we win ourselves a nice chunky little pot there with ace-king against 10s. You love to see it, as they say. All right, now we got the open-ender. I'm going to check call with the open-ender. Now I got the nuts. So I'm not betting. I'm checking it over there. All right, 7. That's good. He might have 8-9. That'd be fucking sick if he has 8-9. Oh, baby, he has 8-9. Let's fucking put it all in. Oh, pay me off with the 8-9. Come on. Pay me off. Oh, please, same hand. This is some bullshit right there. Why can't you have the 8-9 one time? Oh, all right. Call with the raise with the king and the 5. Now we got the pair of 5s. We got the king of diamonds. You know, now we got the second nuts. Just hold on for dear life and hope he doesn't have the ace. Simple as that. Don't pair the board. Don't put the 6 of that. Okay, good. Now you bet double bet. 2x fucking pot. He's betting 2x pot. And he's got dog shit. Fucking absolute fucking cock he had. 9-4 of clubs. All right, 3 7s. Let's fucking get him this time. Let's fucking cooler his ass. Last time we had ace-jack against ace-9, he fucking, or ace-7, he fucking chopped it with me. Not this time. Overbet. Big. What the fuck kind of dick card is this? Now I don't even have a kicker and his fucking flush came? Holy fuck, bro. What the fuck, man? Could only hit a jack or a fucking, what the fuck? Fuck. Stupid game sometimes. All right, pocket 9s. That's a good hand. Call 3-bet. Fuck it. Okay, what's this? King 6-6. Bet small and now folding. Nope. Queen. All right, that's a kind of a shit card. What are you gonna do? Can't. You know what are you gonna do? 4 in the river. He bets third pot. Just auto snap fucking call. You have 8s. 9s are better than 8s. Last time I checked. 8-5 of diamonds. Check. I'm check raise him. Fuck it. I have a 3 straight, 3 flush. Bullshit dog shit. Bullshit dog shit I got. All right, now it's a king on the... I give up. You bet again? Ah, fuck it. Raise one more time. Raise one more time. Why not? Give it a shot. Huh? No? All right, I just wave the white flag. Fuck the white. What if I go for the triple check raise? He would fucking lose his mind. All right, you have an ace. Yeah, obviously, you fucking win. Take it. All right, what do I got here? Queen 7 suited, called 3-bet, flop dick. Backdoor flush draw. All right, let's peel one time, small bet. Now we got the flush draw. Let's hit a backdoor flush on him. He's good at that. Let's fucking be good at that. Okay. Check. All right. Jack 9 now. Check. Bet. I'm going to call. You got the open ender. Shit. I'm going to bet big. Fuck it. Nuts. Pay me. Yes. I was just trying to think about the hand that I didn't show when the board came ace, ace, jack. I don't have it on here. Anyway, 3-bet. I call. Fuck it. 7 of diamonds. Check, check. because whatever. Now I have a straight draw 2. I could bet, but I don't want to. I don't feel like it. Just that's how I play. I just don't feel like it. So I check, and I win. He had fucking, what the hell did he have? Dick. Jack 9 offsuit he had. All right, we're going to bet with nothing. Now we got a little pair. We got a gut shot. We got a flush draw. We got all kinds of fucking snag. Ooh, 6. Ooh. 6. How much can we go for? Let's go for 2/3 pot one time. And all right. Paid us off with the jack. I'll take it. We got lucky there and caught ourselves a card, eh? Couple of deuces. What the hell happens here? He checks. Oh, he bets. Oh, what the fuck is this stupid dick shit? Why would I raise? I don't even understand. Oh, because I have deuces. Deuces is such a good hand. Such a good hand. But he makes a backdoor flush because that's his fucking specialty right there. Very good at backdoor flushes. Fucking top notch. Although I did have shit and he had me beat anyway, but let's not focus on that. What do I got now? I got king 9. I 3-bet it, did I? Why did I do that? All right, I'm going to peel, see what happens. All right, now I got 9s. I'm definitely going to fucking call now. What are you going to do now? Sledgehammer, get it out. I'm not folding. You have nothing. Okay, give me money. What do I got now? Queen 8. So I have a queen eye flush draw. Going to bet. Now I got a gut shot. Bet again. Why not? Fuck it. Maybe I'll get there. Nope. Overbet, because the only way you can win now is overbet. Fire. Shit. Fuck. Oh, all right. You have aces and 6s. What am I doing in your pot? I'm sorry. Apologies in advance. King, queen suited.
You want to know why running on the treadmill 7 days a week doesn't work for you when you're trying to lose weight? Because
Gonna call the 3-bet. Now I got the top pair. Well, fucking naturally, an ace comes. Well, what card did you expect? I expected it to be the ace of fucking clubs. All right, cool. We win that one. Because he had a pair and a flush draw, and he did not catch. Phew. All right, now we're going to 3-bet with the 6s, because it's a pair and it's good. Now we're going to bet. He calls, and hello, full house. Hello, full house. Hello, full house. All right, now what? All right, let's bet big. Hope he calls some stupid shit. And he did. Just a queen, no fucking heart. Ace queen. Pay me my money, as KGB might say. 10-6. All right, here's a flop. King 10-8. Gonna bet a little something. No, we got the 3 10s, and he's doing the little 10% fucking shenanigans. We call, of course. We got 3 10s, and now I bet, and he raises me. What the fuck, dude? I have 3 10s. I'm not folding. What do you got? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Fucking kicker bullshit. That happens a lot. That's not fair. All right, now what do? I raise, and he 3-bets, and I call because I got a pair. Now I got jacks up, and he bets small. All right, let's see what happens. What the hell comes now? Queen? Well, shit, he bets again, 3rd pot. Let's see what you got. 5-6. That's no good. That's 6 high. I mean, why? You're going with 6 high? Okay, king 5 suited, 3-bet. Flop the pair, middle pin, as they say. Bet. Oh, shit, he called. That's not good. King's up, hello, but the flush is there, so that's scary. Well, what's going to come on the river? Ace of fucking hearts, right? No? But a heart for sure. You can guarantee a heart's coming, right? He bets. Maybe this fucking card helped me because he's got Squadushki. He would have just given up. So thank you for the heart on the river. Pick that one up with kings up. All right, let's get it in. Fuck yeah. Oh, shit. One time, let's flop a fucking queen. One fucking time. Yes, motherfucker, yes. There's the fucking queen in the fucking door. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck yeah, sucked out. What? Oh, my God, he hit the fucking 10 twice. Holy shit. I never suck out, dude. Never. It's fucking never suck out. Oh, that's not fun. All right, what did I do? I 3-bet this? Why? All right. No, I got nothing, so I bet. And now I have a pair. So I check, because that's what you do. You bet with nothing, you check when you got something. Check call, fucking river, I don't know what the fuck. Just to see what he has. Want to see what he has? 27K? He has me beat. Yeah, such is life. Sometimes 8s lose to a 10. Well, why I should have just folded pre-flop, right? Okay, Let's 3-bet. Maybe we'll win a flip one time, get it in. Okay, flip, 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 flush. Flippity flush. Flippity flush. You made 3 queens. No pair on the board. Phew. Won that one. What else we got here? What do I got? Oh, I think the Queen Jack. Gonna raise. He calls. Oh, this fucking stupid hand. All right. So I got the Queen of Diamonds, 2 overs. We peel. All right, we catch the Jack. Now he bets. All right, we're never folding. So I got the Jack, and now an 8. No, fuck, I got 24. All right, what do you got? You got queens? Good for you. Thank you for the Jack. Thank you so much for the one fucking card in the deck, or maybe there was 1 queen left that allows me to just lose my entire stack. Now I have 3s, and fuck you. Let's go all in. Oh, shit, you have a bigger pair. That's good. Oopsie. 3 jacks. Well, naturally, fucking 3 jacks. What do you expect? Full house. Okay. Nice for you.
S novým Xiaomi Mi 10T Pro s trojnásobným fotoaparátem vytvoříte vánoční snímky.
I think we got... No, that was it. That was the end. There was another hand. I don't think I even had it in here because it might not have been big enough, but... whatever. Came ace, 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 jack, 7, and I checked back a jack because I fucking had feelings he was doing shenanigans and he had 4 aces. Yeah. So that's that. I didn't show you all the hands because it would have took 100 years. Had me some good wine. Take a few days off for Christmas. We ended up losing back close to 3 buy-ins on this one after winning 3 buy-ins on Monday. So we'll be back.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another stream, Doug versus Daniel, or as today might go, it's Remko versus Smitty here, as you are watching GGPoker on YouTube. Smitty, we are just here, going to sit back, relax, enjoy the show, have some fun with it, and watch these 2 guys clash once again. Have you been keeping up with the action? That's my first question.
Oh, I've been keeping up with all the action because it is pretty much the only action we can look forward to nowadays on the felt, at least entertainment wise, because shit's happening all over the place and somebody's got to deal with it. But yeah, I've seen Daniel Negreanu go down about 800K so far. Chump change the sum, not some to others, and hopefully he can make a little bit of a comeback on the last stream of the year against Mr. Polk.
Yeah, well said. This is the final stream of the year for Doug versus Daniel, and it would be great if Daniel could close out with a massive, massive win. You guys in the chat, please let us know who you're rooting for today. If you're not rooting for Doug, you might be in the wrong, if you're not rooting for Daniel, you might be in the wrong place because we are full on Team Daniel here on the stream today. At least I am, Smitty. Or are you hoping for a bloodbath in the opposite way, perhaps?
I'm looking for a bloodbath one way or another. I want to see some action. None of this nitty-gritty happy horse shit. I want to see absolute blood, sweat, and tears from either side of the felt.
I mean, I totally agree with you. As long as we get to see some blood, I'd be very happy. And of course, as you guys can see on the screen right now, the action is underway. We have 2 tables of heads-up action, 200, 400 going on. They have played in the previous session. They played 904 hands, mind you. I mean, I've never played that many hands of any session of any kind in any sort of way. That is way too much poker for me. But that brings the overall total to 12,221 hands on the session. Of course, they are aiming to play 25,000 hands of heads-up poker. And for now, you know, I'm not breaking any news, but Doug Polk is up $810,000 on the entire battle. The previous session, he managed to win 114K. So yes, Daniel needs a bit of run good. We need some flips to play out in our favor. And Jeff Platt and Brent Hanks, by the way, Brent Hanks was not involved in helping me out, but Jeff Platt helped me out tremendously preparing for the show, as this is the first time Smitty and I are in charge of this. I just want to mention here the all-in EV. Daniel is $309,000 below EV. So if we subtract that from the $810,000 that he's down, he's basically down $500,000 if we take it out of account. So clearly, you know, he's got a big hole to dig himself out of. And I see chat already going wild. I appreciate everyone in the chat right now. Smitty, let me ask you, going into this challenge, as this was developing, what were you thinking? You know, Daniel, of course, getting the odds, Doug coming out of poker retirement. Did you have any strong feelings on this out of the gate?
Well, first of all, let me address the chat real quick. No, I am not a drunk Brett Hanks. I may be drunk, but I'm nowhere near as genetically challenged as Brent Hanks. I'm Adam Smith, Smitty from Barstool Sports. Go over to the Barstool Fund, look it up. It's doing great stuff to and for people all over the great American plains right now. Remko, you know all about that. Smitty is so terrible at poker. I agree, and we'll get into that later. But to the question at hand, what did I think about this tournament coming in? Who was going to be bested and who's going to be slayed? You had to put your money on Negreanu after Polk taking a break for some times. Actually, it just came out that Polk said that he basically challenged Negreanu and not expected him to say yes. It was basically a bluff. And when Danny called him out on his bluff, Polk was just like, well, shit, looks like I got to play some poker for 4 months, which I think kind of maybe went to his advantage. He came in a little looser, if that's even the case. And as you see, it's played out well for him. Even though, according to Daniel, he's been winning every single flip, flop, and drop out there.
Yeah, exactly. No, it is quite riveting as we see some money being exchanged. By the way, do remind us in the chat if we missed anything big, and we'll talk to the gods in our ears to let them know that we want to see a replay. But yes, as we sort of recap the action leading up to this point, we have to mention the fact that Doug has of course been absolutely crushing and running well and playing well. It's a good combination when you're playing poker. By the way, I'm seeing lots of love from the Netherlands in the chat. That's of course my home country. Love it. I am equally terrible at poker. As Smitty is as well. It's close. A little German there, a little Dutch. It's very close. I appreciate that. But yeah, Jeff and Brent unavailable. They might be playing Keno at a local establishment here in Las Vegas. We do not know. We have not been able to locate them, and we've given up. So up until further notice, it'll be Smitty and I on the call. But we are interested in hearing where you guys are all watching from. And of course, while you're here, you might as well smash that like button and subscribe to the GGPoker YouTube channel, as they have all the poker action for you. I believe my good friends Brent and Jeff are doing a weekly show on the weekends where they do whole cards up, final table coverage, and actual final tables that you can bet on. So you can make money, watch these guys talk, and watch some poker action. And I think that that's all we really need in this world, is to just bet on stuff and watch it unfold. Smitty, how's your gambling addiction been lately? Are we firing big sports? Do we have any futures alive still in the NFL, perhaps?
I am currently in the state of Pennsylvania, which is nice because I can bet on the Barstool Sportsbook legally and responsibly. My Philadelphia Eagles are dog shit, so that doesn't help in either right, whether it's within my heart or in the checkbook, responsibly, mind you. But we got some NFL football on tonight, NBA rolling around. It's nice to see. You can get it cooking a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I feel as though we live in the prime era for gambling, and that is only getting better depending on how you look at it, because there's just more and more places where you can legally bet from. Yeah, kind of curious in the chat. Does anyone have any NFL futures still alive? We're getting close to the playoffs here. I'd love to know if anyone has any long shots there. The game I most enjoyed, by the way, over the last couple of weeks was the Dolphins-Raiders game, which was just absolutely bananas there.
Chaos.
Total chaos. By the way, I appreciate everyone watching. I see India in the chat. I see all sorts of continents represented, and I appreciate people thinking that I'm stealing bikes. No, this is actually a museum, and it's also a garage and all the things that you want it to be. It is my tiny apartment that I'm doing this stream from. It's the same setup that I have for Run It Back, by the way. Tomorrow, I am joined by Daniel Negreanu to watch a 2006 WSOP circuit event on the Poker Go YouTube channel. We're going to do a live view back of the 06 action with Daniel, so that should be a good time. Smitty, I believe 06, that was sort of your prime, your heyday.
My heyday was right as the heyday came crashing to a halt. My heyday was right before Black Friday, but the heyday, 2006, 2007, those were the days.
Exactly. That's when the circuit events were 10K buy-ins in Tunica, Mississippi, and in New Orleans and in Reno. Like 10K events in Reno. Can you imagine?
Yes, I can. But then again, I can't.
Right.
Hanks in rehab. No, Brett Hanks is not in rehab. He's a responsible young individual, young man, young father. We'll be reading the chat all night, by all means. But if you would like to say anything about Brent Hanks or to Brent Hanks, we can be a messenger.
Mike says in the chat, anyone want to take 3-1 that one of the guys is not wearing pants? I mean, can I bet on that? See, if I could bet on that, that'd be awesome.
If it's a bet that we all win.
Exactly. All right, early goings here. Going back and forth on both sides. Of course, they have the auto reload on. So sometimes you might think, as you're watching this, that you're super smart and that you can detect who's winning or losing based on the stack sizes. But because they reload automatically, they could also be winning back their own money, which is always a bit tricky. Which is always something that confuses you a little bit. Oh, we got Oscar in the chat. Oscar, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do remember you. Run It Up Reno 2015. That was awesome. He proposed to his girlfriend during the main event break in Reno. I mean, is that marriage still going strong? I hope so, man. I really hope that's still going well. That would be amazing. Big pot here, by the way, on the left. Smitty, what do we think here?
Ooh, I think the ranges could be open, wide.
Yes.
And spread delicious for everybody here. I think one of them.
Oh, there it is. 19K from Doug.
So it would be electric and disheartening at the same time to witness a cooler situation this early.
Yeah, so
straight over a 3 of a kind or a full house over a 3 of a kind. Oh, and Danny had neither.
Daniel lays it down. Doug leads, or Doug bets river. Daniel raises, and Doug comes in with a 3-bet there. So clearly, strong hand there from Doug. Don't really see him bluffing. By the way, if you're looking for not so great technical analysis of the game of poker, I am not pretending to be any good at this game. I do love it more than anyone, and love and passion is sort of the going rate here on the show today. Smitty, I think I speak for you as well that you haven't been in the streets studying this.
No. We have back in the heyday before Barstool Sports, we at one point won a lot of money playing poker, and then we lost a lot of money playing poker. So for me to consider myself an actual expert of the game, no es bueno. But like Remko, we can commentate. We can be one with the cards.
Exactly. Yeah, no, and I still love to play. Do you still get a chance to play every now and then? Do you still dabble online, or have you self-excluded yourself because the dumpster fire that ended your career?
I've been holding off. I've been holding off for my next Vegas trip, maybe an AC circuit event or a couple casinos around Philadelphia now. Not too shabby. Got some good poker rooms. But yeah, I'm holding off for some live events when it comes back. When the pandemic's over, that's when we're back in the saddle.
Yeah, give me a take on this, because I've been thinking about this a lot. When live poker finally comes back, and we got 5Ks and 10Ks and 25Ks all over the US and the world for that matter, do you think, because this is my opinion, do you think that people will be so thirsty for action that all these events are going to be bigger and better because we've all been tempted watching it online but not being able to play any live events ourselves?
I think so, and I would hope so, but hopefully they be able to control it and make it safe and not have it capped or socially distanced, and we could get back to playing 8-9 handed at a single table. I mean, look what's happening to Silva right now. I mean, that's it. He just lost out on a potential $1 million because he got tested positive and can't play in the live final table event, which I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, well, so there's a lot of things at play here. For the people who are unfamiliar with the exact situation, WSOP main event 2020 is about to play down to a winner here in Las Vegas in the Amazon room. They have a whole setup going, and that was coming down from 2 online events, and then they're bringing the winners together to play heads up for the extra $1 million. And one of the players from the American side, Upeshka da Silva, tested positive for COVID while in 8th place out of 9 players for that American final table. And as it states in the rules, that means he automatically gets 9th place money. So he's not getting blinded out. He doesn't get ICM. He just gets 9th place money, and he's out of the tournament. That was stated in the rules very clearly. So before signing up, you knew that if you tested positive for COVID, you would get 9th place. And, of course, horrible for Upeshka to test positive for COVID. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's recovering. I hope he has, very little symptoms and all that stuff. But still, the fact that this was in the rules before you signed up gives you no outs, basically, because you committed to this already. Smitty, what do you think?
I mean, it's in the rules, but it's also the World Series of Poker covering their asses. Why is that in the rules when you could have adjusted the rules to make it fair and equal for everybody? I don't know. Just think it's kind of easy way out.
I agree with you that the rule is bad. I think that it should be ICM or you should be blinded out, because clearly they can't have this guy play. You know, when you have COVID, you can transmit the disease, you can't play. That part makes sense. But yes, I agree with the rule is bad. But I also think that this is like a hindsight 2020 kind of situation. Where was all the uproar when the event was announced?
Exactly.
See? Just, reaching conclusions on topics that, oh, by the way, big hand, Daniel makes it 4,100 on the right table, and Doug puts in $10,744.96. Don't forget about those 96 cents. You gotta pay for those as well. Daniel makes the call. We got a big pot here, 21K in the middle, 6 deuce deuce, spade flush draw here. Let's see what happens in this hand. Clearly we have to assume some big cards, some big pairs.
I don't know. I think Polk might be getting under Daniel's heartstrings and nutsack a little bit. He's tugging hard. He might be getting under his skin, trying to get Daniel on tilt here.
I hope, if Daniel shoves, I hope that Doug either, snap calls or snap folds, but because we want to see some big pots. By the way, if you're just tuning in, Smitty and here are just here for the blood. This is the only stream this week, the last stream of the year, Doug versus Daniel, and we're out to see some blood. All right, Daniel comes in with the check raise, making it $9,300. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but let me know in the chat, what do you think these guys have right now? Give us some predictions and some estimations. Help us out here. All in. Okay. And a call. Ooh, overpair against the flush draw. Spade on the river would do it. No spade on the river.
No spade on the river would not do it. Full house.
Wow.
Boom.
Didn't even see that deuce there. Dead on the turn. Doug doubles up to 90K. Daniel with the quick reload.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, no, Daniel.
Let's see that again. Doug with the button raise. Daniel with the 3-bet with the queen jack of spades. 4-bet from Doug to 10K. Daniel makes the call, putting the 6 deuce deuce with 2 spades out there. Daniel goes for a check raise on the flop, after which Doug puts it all in, creating a 90K pot because Daniel made the call with 2 overs and the flush draw. Dead on the turn. Deuce makes the full house. Is this a cooler, Smitty, or is Daniel out of line here?
I don't think it's a cooler. I don't hate the call because, Polk's range there literally be anything. He could have ace-6. He could have pocket 7s. You got to figure you're going to have some outs, and he did. The spade comes, unfortunately. Queens, pretty damn good hand, heads up.
I know, but in Daniel's case, once you're in that deep, of course you can't fold anymore after check raising on the flop, but still.
There's only so many times you can be pushed around, and Daniel's been getting pushed around quite a bit. That's the only time he really came back, and Polk had it. That's what are you going to do? It's just running bad.
Exactly. You got to hit your flush draws if you want to win at poker. But yeah, there is something to be said for calling there on the flop. They're still pretty deep and seeing a turn card. And of course, the third deuce hits on the turn. That makes Daniel's hand not nearly as strong as it was on the flop. But yeah, you got to go after your equity and then try to get something going. And clearly did not go his way. By the way, building up some pots again. We got the 4-bet here to 10K, and we got 2,200 on the right table. So they are swinging. I think they want to swing out into the new year with some big pots here. I wonder where this left table is going to go. Chris Clark is wondering if I'm in a bike shed. Yeah, this is a garage. It's also my kitchen and my workout space. And I have a lot of bikes. My girlfriend has 2 bikes. I have 2 bikes. And there's nowhere to put them because my apartment is just too small.
Put the bike in the trunk, 40-year-old virgin style. Why do you have 4 bikes?
So I have a gravel bike for the gnarly stuff, and I have a full-on road bike, which is just by the way, 30K in the middle. Let's leave the bikes for later. Pot size bet behind for Daniel here as the 4 of clubs hits, putting 2 flush draws out there. Quick check from Doug to Daniel on the turn. Curious to see where this goes. Small bet on the turn here, 1/3 pot. Daniel's obviously going to continue with all his aces. He's going to continue with all his flush draws. I did not see the pre-flop action. There comes Doug with the shove and a call. Ace 10 versus Ace Jack. This one goes to Team Daniel. Whew. That is, yeah, exactly. That is worthy of the 2 thumbs up. All right, so we've seen a double up on either side on one of these tables. So clearly that should bring us back close to even. Let's look at this replay here. Daniel with the raise to 1,000. Doug comes in with a 3-bet to 4,000, and then Daniel makes a 5-bet to 10,800 with the Ace Jack. By the way, Ace Jack versus Ace 10. Cooler situation. Both players make top pair. Check call from Doug on the flop. And then the check raise all in on the turn, getting us up to another 90K pot. So 2 90K pots here right off the bat. Smitty, give me a prediction. What's the biggest pot we're going to see on the session today?
I think it's going to be a pretty hefty shove fest. And I think we might be getting up to where they're playing with 150 each. I think we might be able to see a 300K pot at some point. The biggest pots all year. Because, I mean, if you're calling and shoving with top pair ace with Jack and 10 kickers with still a river to go, I mean, you could be going up against a 2 pair there very easily. Like a straight was on the board. And if they're calling that, they're going to be calling a lot here.
I totally agree with you. I think we're going to see a 300K pot today. I think so. I think these guys are amped up, and they're a little bit more loose because it's holiday season. So they may or may not have been drinking some extra beverages over the holidays. Can only assume, but that's what I would do. And then, of course, they know it's the only session of the week, so there might be some more motivation. And of course, Doug is going to say that he's playing his GTO optimal, all that sort of stuff. But still, when you only have one session this week, you're probably going to be a bit more eager. Let's keep up with the chat. There's definitely free rolls and all sorts of stuff happening. I'm going to keep you guys up to date on all that stuff. By the way, let me not forget to mention the GG Care starting in January. There it is. The no more bad beats. Don't fear suckouts. Overcome coolers. That is an awesome, awesome promotion. If you get bad beated, and by the way, this starts in January, so keep an eye out. Not yet. Starts in January. If you get bad beated, you're automatically registered into the next day free roll. It's a 30K daily free roll. I would have qualified for that tournament like every hour, probably, back when I was still grinding online.
Adam, you know nothing about heads ups. You be correct, good sir, except I know everything about heads ups. So if you know nothing, maybe you do know a little bit more than you say. Figure that riddle out.
We might have some secret information to show you guys later. 13K in the middle here on the right table. I feel as though our predictions are already coming true. These guys are just ready to play. They're ready to get it in there. 5K from Daniel. First free roll, by the way. I'm getting this information now from the gods above into my ear. 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC. The password is rings, capital R. Don't miss out. $20. Wait, let me verify all the information on what we're doing as far as giving money away, because I know GGPoker is very good at giving away money. So you might as well just stay and hang out, because that's what happens on this stream.
Can you buy more bikes? Me? No. Remko? Probably. It's the European God-given right.
Exactly. I sunk all my, like, some people buy Bitcoin, I buy bicycles. I mean, there's a little bit of a difference in the long-term return, but at least I'm staying fit this way. Bitcoin doesn't really help to get you fit. Let's just say that. All right, Doug won that hand on the right side here, up to 130K already. Let's see what people are saying that I should get a bike rack. Oh, now I understand it. The top 5 in the free roll, they get a $20 WSOP circuit satellite seat. And those WSOP circuit events are, of course, ongoing as we speak. From now until January 10th, $100 million guaranteed, 18 ring events. And every Saturday, whether you like it or not, GGPoker.tv, Brent Hanks and Jeff Platt on the call doing cards up coverage of the final table. Don't miss out on any of that action. And also, you can bet on that action too. GGPoker is offering it all to you. You can both play and bet and do all those things in a responsible manner and just have some fun with it. I know that I really enjoyed the stream they did last Saturday, their first one. Brent, of course, wearing the Santa suit, which somehow did not make him look more ridiculous than he usually looks. So I'm not sure what that says about his usual style, but Brent Hanks really looking good as Santa over there.
And during those ad reads and Brent Hanks obesity talk while looking like Santa, Doug Polk, third all in, 20 minutes.
Oh,
took it down.
Damn. Can we see another replay of that hand? I was way too deep in the promotional sphere.
And he just took down another bad boy.
No, here we go. Let's see. 5K on the turn there, and a call from Doug. And then we have the Jack 33 Queen 4 board with 25K in the middle. Daniel jamming for just over pot. Duck calling it down with aces. Pocket
Jesus.
rocket. Daniel left hanging with the Queen 9. Ay. The aces trap works sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Painful also sometimes.
100% of the time it works sometimes. But Doug Polk went in an all-in pot with queens and then aces in 20 minutes.
Wow. It's been only 20 minutes. This is crazy.
Don't have to be lucky when you're lucky.
Very true. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. 132K already in front of Doug. Money swinging. Daniel down roughly 30K on the session. That means that the more money going to Doug, as it's been in the last few weeks. Let's see what Nightbot is saying. Their event 6, the $170 mini main, had a 277K first prize for $170 entry fee. That was last Sunday. That's pretty insane. I mean, that's just a very, very good return on investment. Smitty, what was your best return on investment as far as poker? Did you ever swing it big in the tournaments, or were you more of a cash game guy?
Oh, I was a steady, what do you call it? Loser. When it came to basically everything. No, I won in 2008. I chopped second in a Sunday 500 for about 71K. And then I thought, oh, okay, I can maybe play this like a pro for a little bit and see what I can do. So I took like 5K of those winnings once I went to Vegas and lost it all. I took like 5K and like, okay, if I can turn this 5K into actual something, we can give this a shot. If not, we still ended up someone on top. And within a week, I turned that 5K into about 120K, which was the biggest known to God heater in my life. And then over the next 2 years, let's just say after a little bit of debt and living in the parents' basement, I'm announcing with you right now. So it is what it is. That was 10 years ago. We're back on top.
But at least you have a good story to tell.
I think it's not even good. I think it's a rather average story, but it's all right.
I've always said that the best thing that ever happened to me as a poker player is that I never won a big tournament, because that would have locked me in to so many years of thinking that I could do it. And now that I'm, I'm just loving the game from the sidelines, playing when I can, sometimes take a bit of a shot. I'm actually probably in a much better place, because for a while there, I thought I could be a pro. Back when I first started playing 05, 06, 07, I was like 18, 19, 20 years old. Man, I really thought, I was just a few steps away from being a high roller. And then I finished 99th in the Sunday Million, and I made some deep runs in live events. And all of a sudden I thought, wow, we're just going to do it right now. And that never happened. And I think that it saved me in some kind of way, which is kind of...
I think anybody who played poker in the mid-2000s thought they were one step away from being a pro. And that includes multiple main event winners.
Yeah, no, it's true. I think that in many cases, the big win is usually the motivation to keep playing, but it's not an indication of how good you actually are. So it's kind of like a tough balance to strike there. Let's see. 6K in the middle here on the left table. People whining in the chat about us not paying attention too much. I'm sorry, Robert. There's a lot going on here. Me and Smitty trying to, get to know each other here. You guys are just listening in on this very private conversation. Meanwhile, Daniel bets 10% of the pot on the turn when the second king hits. Let's see. All right, 7,600 in the middle, going to the river. Should we get excited if it's not over 10K yet? Like, what's the rules on this stream here? Like, how does this work?
That's a very fair point.
Yeah. Let us know in the chat. At what point should we get excited? Is 10K a good cutoff point, or are you guys more 5K people? Are we low rollers today? Like, what's the deal? Let us know. By the way, this is going to go over 10K if Doug makes the call. And he does not. All right, that's one for Daniel.
It's interesting.
Sam says, "Lol, what an ad for poker." No, you're seeing this completely wrong, Sam. What I'm saying is that be realistic about your own skills and love and enjoy the game as much as you can. But back then, we're talking 06, 07, I was 18 years old, 19 years old. I thought I was going to be the next superstar. I had no clue what I was doing, but I thought I was going to be a superstar. When I came off that high from winning a few tournaments, and I sort of saw things in a better perspective, I still played a lot of poker. I just had a better understanding of what the game meant to my life. I'm not smart enough to be a pro like these guys. I will never claim to be a great player. I love the game a lot. That's the most important part for me.
Commentators always complain about the chat. I'm not complaining about the chat.
No.
Hey, there's Remko. We love the chat. You want to talk smack? Bring on the smack talk about me, about Remko, about his bikes. Not about Danny or Polk, though. Both people who make all the more money than every one of you combined. But me? Come on. Look at this mug. Come at it. Except man. Don't call me the drunken Brent Hikes again.
No,
that's a shot to my wife's ego.
Terrible insult. That's a terrible insult. Yeah. Anyone getting compared to Brent Hanks, that's about as low as it gets. Bose Broach, one of the admins, says, didn't you get second in the scoop, Remko? I did. I got second in the scoop, and I chopped. I chopped heads up, got more than first, and then more than the other guy, and then I lost heads up. It was actually, by the way, while I'm on the topic of bragging, I made a scoop final table in an 8-game event. It was a $215 buy-in. I busted Jason Mercer and Dmitry Urbanovich at the final table, and I was chip leader, and I lost heads up. So I could have had a scoop title. I had him like 2-1 in chips. Didn't do it, but it was great. It was a great payout, but not life-changing, of course. I also once... Okay, I'll tell this one funny story, Smitty. This is like my claim to fame as far as international superstar Lex Veldhuis goes. So Lex, of course, the master streamer on Twitch right now, and I have a funny story dating back to 2009. So I was a big part of the Poker News forum in the Netherlands, and Lex put a thread on there saying that he was going to put people in the scoop main event. And as you know, with the scoop, there's 3 buy-in levels. There's $100, there's $1,000, and there's a 10K. It's all the same tournament, but there's 3 different buy-in levels. So I sent him a message on MSN Messenger. Shout out to that chat program from back in the day. And I said, I'm already playing the low on my own money, the $100 one, but I'd love to play the medium for you, the $1,000 buy-in. And he snaps at, yes, you're in. And I'm like, wow, that's the easiest $1,000 stake I've ever had in my life. So what did I registered for the tournament. He said, I'll send you the money later. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I had enough money in my account to register. So I play. And it's probably 2 a.m. We're down to like, I don't know, 150 players. And Lex messages me and he goes, did you bust? And I'm like, no, I'm still in. He goes, I don't see you in the lobby. I go, yeah, it's this and this event. So I linked to it. And then he finally realized what he had done. He had inadvertently staked me for the wrong tournament. He thought he was staking me for the $100 tournament, but he actually staked me for the $1,000 tournament. So I was panicking because I didn't have that kind of money. And at the time when we first discussed this, or when this first was brought up, we weren't in the money yet. So I was panicking, and he goes, oh, don't worry about it, dude. I got it covered. I'll take care of it. I ended up going on a massive run, bust out with queens to jacks in 27th place. It was like $500,000 up top. And all along the way, Lex was giving me advice, and we're talking strategy and stuff. And it was like 11 a.m. when I busted. But that was my closest call to winning a whole bunch of money. And that was quite a moment. I'll never forget that.
Whole bunch of money and a couple more bikes. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Why not?
The bikes are expensive. That's true.
Oh, Amanda Negreanu in the chat. How we doing?
Oh, Amanda. Love it.
Let's root it on, baby. Let's do it.
If Amanda can or wants to dial in, please do. We always love to have Amanda in the chat with us. And she's also correctly encouraging people to use their one time today. Keep using it.
Might be appropriate time to use it right here.
Yes, definitely. 10K bet on the river here. Over bet. All in.
Oh, Danny.
Whoa. Snap fold.
Oh. Smelled some chum.
We're swinging today. We're swinging big. I love this.
Now, this is blatant don't give a fuck mode. This is the end of 2020.
Oh man. What are your sort of standard New Year's Eve plans? Are you a blackout drunk guy, or are you in bed by midnight 01?
I am over the age of 30, so I am a big let's not overdo things here, please.
Wow.
Yes.
Let us know in the chat.
Before then,
yeah, you
can do whatever you want, but
for the people in the chat, let us know what your plans are for New Year's. Very curious to hear if anyone's doing it big. By the way, if you're new to GGPoker, you can choose your bonus. That's kind of cool, actually. It's $100 in free tickets or 100% deposit bonus up to $600. Now, I know a good deal when I see one. So if you're new to GGPoker, please make the most of those bonuses they offer you at the start, because that can really help boost your bankroll.
Where are we at right now? Danny's still down, what?
28, it
Probably,
says.
yeah. Seems about right.
Yeah, and I feel as though with this heads up format, in the first couple of hours, or in the first hour, you're sort of building up stacks, and then the pots that matter, they happen towards the end when the stacks are very deep. Obviously, unless they sit out and go back to 40K stacks, but as these stacks keep growing, we're going to have more and more potential to see the 300K pot that Smitty and I have been dreaming about.
It's the over under 300K.
All right, another one for Doug there on the right.
It's Jeff on a hot date at Pottery Barn. If I know Jeff Platt. Yes.
I think Jeff's the kind of guy who would take a girl to the Pottery Barn. And he would wear a suit for the first date. That's also something that he would do.
Does it seem like the chips are flying today? We had what? 4 all-ins and it's 36 minutes? Sounds about right.
I'd say that qualifies, right? Definitely tons of early action here with Doug dominating the right table and Daniel ahead on the left table. I love that we got some haters going on. This is perfect. I feel like I'm truly on the internet when people are getting really upset with stuff. That's how the internet is supposed to work.
Do you still work at Barstool? Last time I checked, but we'll see. Only about 6 days left of the year. Ooh, 3 days. Gotta check that out.
Yeah, what are you working on at Barstool right now? Are you still doing a lot of video game streaming?
We are. We're running the Twitch channel. We're blogging. We got a national radio show on Sirius XM, 9 a.m. every day. Canceled. Come next week. We don't know yet. But other than that, just living the dream. Keep it cooking. We miss the poker content, though. We miss coming out to Vegas every year and trying to get Nate's Jimmy's in a Willie. You can interpret that as you wish. But Barstool Nate, it's got to get back out there.
Yeah, you and Nate had some runs in the main event, or at least tried making some runs in the main event.
It depends on your definition of runs.
Making the first break, kind of making a run, right?
So I've participated in the previous 3 main events before the pandemic. First year, I think I made it late day 2. Second year, I made it day 3 before the bubble, of course. And then year number 3, where the trajectory is hot. We're looking great. Let's get it done. Let's make a run. I was out in 10 minutes. Yeah, it was a bad scene.
All right, 2 big pots, or at least a lot of potential here. Daniel with the river bet on the left side, and then Doug takes one down with a 4 bet on the right side. Makes the call, gets the 5 there. That's a beautiful flop for queen 5. Daniel with some value.
Dr. Mo coming back.
That is great. By the way, WSP main event, number 1 on my bucket list. Never had a chance to play. And I've been at the WSP every year since 2009. Never played the main event. Kind of sad, but maybe one day we'll get it done.
One day we'll figure it out. Took him to Value Town. That he did.
Exactly. Amanda, staying strong in the chat. Appreciate you engaging with everyone. That's awesome. Carlo is asking, Remko, how did you move from the poker scene in the Netherlands to the poker scene internationally? That's a great question, actually. But a very long story short, I used to do live reporting for the Dutch Poker News website. And then one day I was like, I can write in English. I can do that.
We just had a bukkake of Balcusi, Remko.
All right, Adam.
Apologies for interrupting your Netherlands story.
Let's go through it. Go through it. Take it away.
I mean, the Dutch always want to get in somewhere. I mean, it's just a straight up core situation. Daniel getting absolutely ball sacked all over the place. Aces over jacks. I mean, what is he supposed to do here? You're not supposed to do anything else. And it's Doug Polk's second aces of the 40 minutes we've been playing. And both times he's been able to get Danny all in and win. I mean,
oh my God. That's just brutal. Jacks versus aces on a 9 high flop, getting it all in. Oh yeah. Not a great start.
It's disgusting.
Daniel at all. Aces, by the way, twice on the same table there for Doug. That's just awful.
Ball sacked? Yes, I believe Doyle Brunson coined the term. Backroom game, 1962. Look it up.
Exactly. You got to know your classics. All right. Jeff Platt and Hanks may or may not be coming back. Maybe they're in custody. We don't really know where they are. We're just taking over for now. We're here today. My name is Remko Rinkema, as you can see on the screen, and he is Barstool Smitty, who actually his name is Adam. I didn't even know that, but that's, he has a legal name. I thought it was just Barstool was like his new legal first name.
I would, if it came with money, I'm not opposed to doing that. True story. I had a Mario Kart 64 bet that if I lost, I would have to get a tattoo of Priestess Peace on my buttocks. I did lose. So the next bet for Mario Kart 64, because I'm the second greatest Mario Kart 64 player in the world, I legally had to put up my middle name, in which I won, thankfully, because my mother was in tears when she found out the rules of that bet.
Oh my God. Wait, so you have a beautiful tattoo then
Yes, the Princess Peach. Only game of Mario Kart 64 of importance that I've lost in my life. But, Tom Brady loses Super Bowls. So what are you going to do?
Wow. That's crazy. How much money would it take to change your first name legally to Barstool?
Not as much as you'd think. Because you can get around it.
That's true. You can
get around it.
Oh man, that's actually a really funny question. When people talk about doing certain things for crazy amounts of money, they always overshoot the amount by so much. They're like, "Oh, I wouldn't do it for $1 million." And then if someone shows you 10K cash, you're like, "Okay, I'll do it for that." All right. By the way, another one here for Doug. He flops trip jacks and wins another 30K pot. Unreal. Up to 200K already in the early goings here.
100 ways to play jacks wrong. I don't think there was really anything else Daniel could have done in that situation. It just wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's heads up poker. There's only one opponent. Jacks is a really good hand. Wisco Baron in the house, one of my regulars on the Run It Back stream that I do twice a week, every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific and every Thursday afternoon at 5 p.m. We watch old school poker footage. If you guys are into that kind of thing, I usually have a guest. Tomorrow it's Daniel watching some 2006 WSOP action. It's the International House of Poker.
Did he just compare losing Mario Kart to Brady losing a Super Bowl? Well, first of all, you spell Mario Kart C-A-R-T as K-A-R-T. You're lucky you're not arrested for that. Second of all, yes, the greats sometimes lose. That's what happens. Dave Portnoy would cover that fee, change your name to Barstool. Probably not. Probably not. And Daniel is almost down $1 million overall now. Ouch.
That's
Ouch. Ouch.
That's a lot of money. By the way, 6K bet here on the turn on the right table, 18K in the middle. That's
Down about 76K now. Is that the quickest anybody's almost been down six figures? Or up six figures?
I mean, we probably have some very smart people in our ear who can tell us that, but I think this is not really the start that we were hoping for. Doug has over 200K on the right table already. That is really quick. People asking for shoutouts in Dutch. Let's not do that. Let's keep it in English for now. We don't want to upset anyone, but yes, it's my first language, so I can totally still speak it.
Guten Tag.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll let you handle the foreign shoutouts. That's probably a better idea.
That's called a cooler, not ball sacked. Or maybe you get ball sacked on the cooler. How about you think about it one time?
It can be both. 14.
Getting your nuts dragged out through your stomach is not mutually exclusive.
Our God, Jesus in our ear, is telling us this is possibly the quickest that Daniel has been down this much. So that is not a good start. We are not providing any luck so far. By the way, another 10K bet on the river here as Daniel checked to Doug. And of course,
no. Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, no.
That is disgusting. Set on the river here for Doug. My God.
That on the river, but I mean, Daniel's got to see the straight out there as well. He probably knew he was, he probably knew he was done when he called it, but it's tough not to.
Yeah. We wish we could see Daniel's cards on this one.
Yeah. Adam Smith looks like a guy that would be asking to wipe my windshield for $2 at the gas station. No, I look like the guy who would do it for $1. Think about that.
Some context here, Smitty. Daniel's biggest stack ever during the challenge has been 323K, and Polk's biggest stack has been 406K. So if we see those both at the same time in this session, then we could see more than 600K in the middle. Clearly, very unlikely, but still, we might see some records today as Daniel is now down 94K on the session and 905K on the total challenge. Those are the recent numbers that I've just been given. So not down the six figures just yet on the session, but not looking good for Daniel here right out the gate on this beautiful Monday session to close out 2020, which has been quite a year.
It's early, plenty of time to turn it around. You're not wrong, but there might be a certain point where Daniel has to rage quit for the sake of humanity. There's only so much you can take. There's so many aces you can take in an hour span when you have lower pairs. There's so many full houses that you can get or sets on the river that you can go up against when you probably have top pair, top kicker, two pair amongst yourself. I mean, so much a man could take.
Can we have some F's in the chat for Kerry Thomas? He says, welcome to Running Bad. Been at it for 3,175,000, whatever the number is, and going. Kerry Thomas, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, he is the person who runs the worst of all of us. Clearly been on Running Bad for 300,000 hands. RIP. Sorry to hear that, Kerry.
If you're going to quit, let it be a rage quit. 100% agree. F's in the chat and T's and P's to our good friend Tough Fish. If you remember Internet 1.0, Tough Fish had some of the most electric old man poker rages known to the universe. And there's, I can hear it in my head. God bless America. And it's just a thing of beauty, Mr. Tough Fish.
There's two iconic names from that early era of poker. Tough Fish was one of them. And do you remember Bill Philmath?
Oh, yeah.
Bill Philmath. Legend. If you're watching this right now, you know Bill Philmath and or Tough Fish, let us know in the chat because that means you're an OG. That means you've been around since the early days. Wow. So much content. He used to play on Party Poker when they had the old layout with the chairs.
Oh yeah.
That's beautiful. All right, we got
Needs a check, raise more, Daniel. It's good advice. We'll pass that along.
Yeah, Daniel down 25 buy-ins. Astute observation from Aaron Soto. 25 buy-ins. I could not handle that even at my stakes, so that's pretty painful. That's not the amount of buy-ins you want to be down.
Tough Fish, poor guy. I'm not gonna lie. I think Tough Fish actually did pretty good for himself. It was just a couple of buy-ins he would lose in succession that would lead to to blowing all the gaskets.
I mean, tilt is the best thing to watch. Admin is wondering if Tough Fish was during the Bart Spikers time. Pretty sure it was a little before that, but he still rolled into that as well. Bart Spikers, by the way, OG punter in the high stakes streets, 5K no limit cash, back when that was so hot with Ike Haxton and all those guys battling every day. Wow. Gary is saying, DNegs setting Polk up. Polk wins $1 million in 2020, pays taxes. Then run good ends and Daniel wins back even on the challenge. Polk down $400K in taxes. Wow. This is like universe brain right now. This is very impressive. But it is true that this is a game of runs, and from watching a lot of the previous footage, that this thing can swing really big in both directions. And we are still only in the early goings of the match. It's still only hour one. We're going to do at least 2 hours of coverage. As you guys know, 2 hours is the minimum. And then it's up to Doug and Daniel to decide whether they want to continue playing, and they'll do it in 1 hour increments. And we will be here with you guys for the full duration of today's stream. And
you gotta figure, going into the last section, Daniel was down 600K, and then now he's down 800K going into this one. There's a chance he could be down really soon more than $1 million, 7 figures, if he doesn't turn this around. If you get below the $1 million mark, is there a chance of coming back? That's a lot of cake to bake.
I mean, I think it's a great question. I mean, let us know in the chat what you guys think. Can Daniel make a comeback and get unstuck if he is down 1 million at some point during the session? Because
right, we're pretty close right now. We got to be around 900, right?
Yeah, we are. We are around 900 right now. So 910, I believe, is the actual number. So it's pretty scary. I mean, it's really, really scary. We all remember the Phil Galfond challenge, and he had this epic comeback that just, after basically weeks of losing, all of a sudden he put it all together and he made a massive comeback. So it's not impossible, but it's not likely. That's definitely true.
Adam looks like he knows how to eat a pizza. Correct. All the pizza. I'm fat, especially around the cheeks. I can hold it in there for winter if need be.
Rich is saying 2 good sessions and he's close. Yeah, 2 10 buy-in sessions and he get really close. That'd be awesome. Amanda says, of course he can come back. Thanks, Amanda. That's what we need. We need that positivity in the chat today. Of course he can come back.
I'm hoping he comes back today. Can you imagine that swing?
Oh, yeah.
Daniel gets back to even?
We need it. I mean, I feel as though, with us being on the call, something special is going to happen because Jeff and Brent have been paving the way for us. And now we're going to see something truly special. And, we're just here to see history being made. And that 20 buy-in session is just, waiting to unfold right now. By the way, I got another cool little bit of promotional information here because I've been told that GGPoker in December is giving away $6.2 million. Just giving it away, just handing out money. If you don't play there already, and if you can play there based on where you're at in the world, then, you just have to go on and try out the games a little bit. I'm seeing here that it's 1.3 million to the Rush and Cash daily leaderboard. That's 40K a day for those keeping score, and 20K a day to the Spin and Gold daily leaderboard, the Hold'em daily leaderboard, the Omaha daily leaderboard, and 2 million to all in or fold prizes. Just got to log in for a free Spin and Gold ticket in case you are into that kind of thing. So there is a lot going on. You guys definitely should go and check it out.
poker commentary is basically all jinx talk. That's 1,000% correct.
Very sharp in the chat. Very sharp. By the way, if you enjoy the content, or if you just want to hate like this video, we also appreciate that. Smash the like button if you have some kind of emotions about us.
Yeah, don't hate this video. Like it. Big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference. Thumbs ups only.
Yes. Exactly. That's how it works.
Hate me by coming at me on Twitter or Instagram. Like this program by thumbs upping, please.
It's very simple math, and that's the only currency we accept for providing this broadcast. How many bikes do I have? There's 4 bikes in my apartment right now. Two road bikes and 2 gravel bikes. Half of those are mine, and the other half are my girlfriend's bikes, and we ride our bikes all the time. It's how I managed to lose, don't mean to brag, 30 pounds in 2020. 30 pounds. Just no big deal. Paul is wondering if we can tell more about the Upeshka de Silva DQ from the main event due to COVID. We touched upon it at the top of the show, but basically the rules are the rules. You can't really do much other than following the rules. And in this case, Upeshka tested positive for COVID, and in the rules it says that if you test positive for COVID while at the final table, then you get 9th place. There's no other way about it. You just get 9th place. So do I like the rule? No. I think it's a stupid rule. I think it should have blinded him out or given him ICM.
How did he test positive for COVID? Did he come across and willingly give that information, or was there a World Series of Poker test site where they run the tests?
I believe so. I believe it was a WSOP test site, and all the players were tested in the same session of tests, basically, and he was the only one who turned positive. So, yeah, it's pretty intense. By the way,
and what if that's a false positive? Just throwing that out there. What if he gets tested tomorrow?
Yeah,
come back negative.
That would solve everything, right? Will they do that? I don't know. I mean, it's terrible, and they can't do much with this because this event is happening now, and that's being filmed, and there's dozens of people being paid to be part of production for this and creating a show out of it. So, there's just a cutoff point at which there's the point of no return. By the way, 21K in the middle, 9, 6, 7 on the flop with 2 spades. Very draw heavy here. And a 9 pairs the board on the turn as it goes check, check. Let's see if Daniel has some tricks up his sleeve here. As the sun sets here in Las Vegas, and it's in my eyes now, literally. Doug leads the turn, 6,400. Depending on how the pre-flop action goes.
Not much Negreanu you can do with that.
That range, of course, hits the caller much more frequently than the raiser. Daniel maybe sitting on some big
Daniel with 30K left. I mean, he's not feeling good going all in there.
Yeah, that's tough.
Best let it go.
Yeah. Stephen Grady asking for a before pick to compare. I'm not sure if you want to see this fat mug from before, but I do run an Instagram channel with my girlfriend documenting, and this is the end of the bike talk, documenting all my cycling adventures. It's Fuck This Hill. That is our cycling channel. Remove the U. So it's FCK This Hill. That is where you can see the before and after photo as well on Instagram. So
Where's Uncle Ron? Probably in some Midwestern subway basement.
Bathtub.
Getting ready for a Chiefs Super Bowl or just a playoff run.
True.
I would love me some Uncle Ron here. Me some Uncle Ron.
Yeah, we are way too bland for his, we would be much more fun to look at if Uncle Ron was with us. We really would have been doing a lot better. I'm sure GG will bring Uncle Ron back for another special episode, and that's one that you're not going to want to miss. I saw live in real time Uncle Ron basically exposing himself on the stream last week. Basically exposing himself. We got another 4-bet here. Duck takes it down. Man, I'm just feeling a big all-in pre-flop coming real soon. I don't know why. I'm just feeling it in my loins.
I mean, if Doug Polk gets another set of aces.
Yeah, right.
Adam looks like a 90s Negreanu. Take that. Daniel's a good-looking man.
You should do the frosted tips.
Mm-hmm. I should also win my first ever World Series of Poker tournament I enter. That would be fun.
I think that it's probably something that we all strive for. Casey understands how this works. Loin calls the best calls. Exactly. You got to trust your loins. All right. Very, very juicy looking board here with the 6-5-5-3. Board pair, flush completed. Lots of easy ways to bring over pairs in trouble here with 5K in the middle. Fourth diamond. That might slow things down. Or as we've seen in the past, maybe they both have a diamond and we might see a very big one.
People are asking for replay on the last hand, 30K pot, sneaky 30K pot.
6 will do it for this one. Yeah, maybe we can see that one again. Here it comes. All right, let's walk through this one. We got a raise and a call, starting out slow. The 6-3-6 on the flop, rainbow, check call. Nothing special so far. 3K in the middle only. Check again. 2K from Doug and a call. And there's the 5 to complete the board. And here comes the overbet. Daniel calls and Doug shows the nothing. The absolute nothing. The stone nothing.
Daniel River in the straight.
Life is good.
See, and that's Doug's game today, but he's been overbetting and still having it. So if that straight doesn't come on the river,
yeah,
if there's not an ace or the straight, I mean, Doug gets that pot.
Yeah, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Or perhaps Daniel has it in his loins to pull the trigger there and to make the hero call. Don't underestimate the hero call.
Bet your life savings +7 tonight. I will not, but if you choose to, why not? Buffalo Bills are one swell team.
Ooh. Did that trigger you to bring out the baseball bat?
Somewhat. And Uncle Ron makes an appearance. Last time I saw Smitty, he paid to get his picture taken with Ryan Reeves. True story. I'm not sure if I paid. Somebody paid to have that happen.
I believe I ran into you after and you were peak tilted.
I wasn't necessarily tilted. I'd like to thank Brett Hanks for putting me in the absolute outrageously awkward situation. Ryan Reeves visited the Barstool offices along with Nate Schmidt and Marc-Andre Fleury. We got a big one here on the right.
Another overbet. I'm going to close my blinds while you tell the story.
They came to the Barstool offices and we played Call of Duty, I like to say a year or two ago, and bet Ryan Reeves a night out in Vegas if I were to beat him in a kill race. I did, because that's what we do. We win. And before going out to that specific Vegas trip, Brent Hanks said that they have an event, a private event set up with Ryan Reeves of the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and that we should join and we should be welcome. And it's like, yeah, that sounds awesome. So I DM'd Ryan Reeves beforehand, said we were coming, and when we showed up, it was not a private event. It was the furthest thing from a private event. It was a handshake meet and greet with Ryan Reeves, where you had to stand in line and go up and shake his hand. And Brent and my then fiance and now wife Brent forced us up there to shake hands with Ryan Reeves and act like we knew who he was and he knew who we were, even though we met one day, like a year previously. And it was a very awkward situation, which Uncle Ron witnessed. But yeah, that was a story. That was a story of my life. Another average story for the stream. There you go.
If you
we might have to start cracking them open soon. I'm not gonna lie, for this Monday.
If you and I can be completely average for the duration of this stream, I think we'll be just fine. I'll settle for average.
Guys, Negreanu is not quitting. I hope not, but
that's actually a real.
He's definitely tilting a little bit. I love it. Get it, Danny. Go over the top. Let's spruce his muffins.
Another 8K on the right there. Wonder if we can see some more fireworks as Daniel's down nearly 6 figures on the session already. But hey, it's only 2.5 buy-ins. Let's just take it easy.
Keep it relative.
All right. We're into 5-figure territory there on the right side. I couldn't do this. Watching this stresses me out.
Negreanu's got to be careful here. This could be all in territory if he even calls this.
Ace 9, deuce 6 with 2 flush draws. The spades complete on the river.
Flush hits. Somebody's going home happy here. You guys can only dream of average. Thank you, Paul Hardy. We try.
That's what I dream of every day.
It's complete mediocrity. Who was that, Amadeus?
All right, so Doug checks to
Sanitary, yes.
Let's see if Daniel has something up his sleeve here on the river with the flush draw completing. Daniel has been known to be tricky, and he goes for the shove. And a quick fold from Doug. Getting deep here now, 60K deep and 75K deep on these tables, which means that, the first 6-figure pot of the day could be coming shortly as these stacks get deeper.
That could have been a confidence booster for Daniel there.
Or more frustration as he made his flush and Doug snap folded.
No, he didn't make his flush. He wouldn't have went all in that flush. Or maybe he would have. I don't know.
Caleb is saying or asking, so what's the best strategy in heads up? Always have the nuts or have the second best hands and always hit your 2 outs? I mean, you're telling us, Caleb. I think those are both very good approaches to the heads up game. By the way, you guys in chat, be careful. Amanda's not messing around today. She's dropping the hammer on y'all.
You had a flush for sure. You don't think that could have been a bluff? A bluff flush? Bluff butt flush?
I think that either way, Daniel is going to have a game plan there for the river. Whether he makes a flush or not, he's calling on the turn there with a game plan. So whether that game plan is always to shove, flush or no flush, that's the preferred method in my book. But be curious to hear more from him.
Well, Polk ain't calling there unless he himself has a flush and would have checked it.
Right, but
we
could see some hero calls and stuff along those lines. That's definitely possible.
Adam Smith is the least knowledgeable or entertaining host so far. Who even is he? Your guess is as good as mine. Questionable.
Who are you? That's a
who am I?
Very valid question. All right, 6K into 8,800 there on the river. Oh, check raise there from Doug.
A dirty river.
Double paired with the spades. This could be a big one. Please let it not be a 3 against the 9. And we all know who's supposed to have the 9. Let's get some run good going right here in this moment. I don't think Doug is likely to check raise with flushes. That would not make a lot of sense. My mediocre poker knowledge would say that he might check raise at 3, hoping Daniel calls with the flush. Also not very likely. Daniel calls. It was a complete bluff. Oh yeah, that calls out. Let's run that hand back. Let's see it again. That was a big one. We'll break it down for you right here. Daniel with the raise from the button. Doug made the call. So no 3-bet action here, and still resulting in the massive pot. Daniel flops trips with the 3. Was it a lead from Doug? That went a little fast.
No, lead from Danny.
All right,
betting out.
Another check call there on the turn. River double pairs the board. Beautiful spot for Doug to check raise. However, Daniel had the 3 and he wasn't folding for a while. Made the call, showed the 3 deuce suited against the 7-5 off from Doug. Big pot for Daniel, making a comeback on the right side there.
Such a sick call with the second nuts. He wasn't going anywhere, but I can see what Doug was doing. I think if they were a little bit more deep stacked, Danny would have had to think about it a lot more, but he wasn't going anywhere.
I mean, it was also a sick call because it might have made him feel sick thinking that in this spot so many times Doug does show up with the 9. So
if you played scared, you're going to be scared rest of your life.
Facts. That's very true. That is very, very true. By the way, got to give Doug a shout for making the bluff. You know, you don't make money waiting for hands. He's had aces twice already, going for the bluff with 7-5 just to cancel it out a little bit. I appreciate that.
Wasn't second nuts like fifth nuts. I mean, technically, yes, could have had pocket 5s there, could have had 5-3, but he wasn't going away.
I don't fold full houses. That's my rule. I just never do. Can't do it. I don't want to be right. If I have to be right by folding a full house ever in my life, I'm at the wrong table. Simon is asking if I have heritage from Finland. No, I do not. I'm from the Netherlands. There's an argument to be made that I have maybe some Scandinavian Viking heritage with my ginger beard and my blonde hair. I feel as though that's probably a solid combo to assume that somewhere down the line they pillaged the villages, and as a result of that, I am half ginger, half blonde, which is kind of a funny combo. 4-bet there from Daniel.
Daniel's feeling it.
That's a big 3-bet.
He's feeling it.
Making it 4K on a.
He's got the royal.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
One good all in, and Daniel was sniffing even on the session. Close. Still be down a little bit, but close.
Yeah, still down 78K according to the latest math. So quite a hole to dig himself out of. 7,600 from Doug there on the 3 flush board. Daniel, of course, has the royal flush. That's our belief. Let's see if he check raises. I'm drinking water, but I'm feeling more and more tempted to not. This stuff makes me want to drink. All right, Daniel folds the royal flush, wants to keep Doug honest, obviously. It's the right thing to do sometimes. Yeah, Yoniko, that's a great one. My girlfriend is actually fake. That is correct. But, as long as it's real in my head, that's all that matters. That is all that matters.
Just waiting for Doug to bet until him. Don't hate that strategy right now, because it will happen.
So Kevin asked a very valid question, and a valid question from the chat. That's a lot of praise there. He says, does DNegs need to play more aggressively now or change his strategy in any way since he's down 22 buy-ins? Well, being more aggressive doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have a better chance to win. However, as Daniel's probably doing, studying and analyzing and figuring out what Doug's doing, that is probably the only way forward, is to just get a better understanding of what Doug's doing, how he's doing it. And, by some miracle, maybe the EV gods will shine upon Daniel brightly at some point. But I think that the most important thing is just sticking with it. sticking with what you know, remaining calm, and just grinding your way through this, because this is a long ass session. This is a really long ass session. This is not something that you can sort of turn around in just one day or the next. You book a win every day and you grind your way back in here, you have a real chance to win this challenge. If you think that you got to be loose and spewy and swing the dick around, then you might actually end up losing $2 million. 40-year-old virgin is wondering when live poker is back on Poker Go. Well, there is kind of a pandemic going on right now. So in relation to it all being safe, there's no live events, no live poker. But when that returns, we'll be live on Poker Go with that for sure. However, we have new episodes of Poker After Dark and High Stakes Poker. It's going to be Sunday night and Wednesday night, and it's been running for the last 3 weeks. So if you're not caught up on that stuff yet, it's been terrific. Like, the action has been absolutely amazing. Doug, by the way, making an appearance on High Stakes Poker in one of the future episodes. We filmed that safely in a bubble, edited those shows, and releasing them now one at a time. So it's definitely something that you should not miss ever.
Dominic, I appreciate that. The Barstool Fund is trying to help out as many small businesses as possible. Is definitely a great deal. Even Daniel Negreanu is in on the action with Cracking Aces, which is available on podcasts. If you donate, I believe, I forget the specifics, but if you donate to the Barstool Fund, either a certain amount or in a specific way, go to Cracking Aces social media. If you do that, you're entered into a pool in which you can get an hour-long poker private lesson with Daniel. So, and he will match, I believe, the biggest bid. Something along those lines. But thank you very much for Daniel for helping that out.
It's $100 for a raffle ticket into the draw to get an hour of coaching by Daniel. And Daniel will match up to $25K in donations. So that's a huge promo, and big on Daniel as well for giving away $25K of his own money to match that donated by the people involved in the Barstool Fund. That's just an awesome thing that you guys been working on. I think it's really, really crazy how the year's been, and every little thing that's positive that we can all do is just one more positive thing that we can sort of be proud of.
How's Vegas looking right now?
Vegas is a total shit show. People not playing by the rules, people being stupid. Clearly, I have not seen any of this because I've been locked up in my home basement, aka garage, aka kitchen. So I've not seen much of the drama and shenanigans, but I do follow the social media streets, as some people like to say, and all I see is people acting like idiots. So yeah, I'm staying away from the strip as far as possible, and hoping that things return to normal once everybody gets vaccinated. I do think they should vaccinate gamblers first, so we can get that action back underway. And then as far as society goes, the gamblers are very important. I'm joking. Hope we didn't miss any big hands there, but did want to give some love to the Barstool Fund and everything else that you guys are working on.
Much appreciated. It's a great cause. Great cause by our Lord and Savior, David Portnoy.
You're in Philly, right?
I am outside of Philly right now, yes.
Right. So if you give the Philly viewers a few Postmates / local business options that they should consider supporting, if you have a few off the top of your mind.
Well, I mean, no free ads, but I mean, basically, if you drive by your local pub at all, whether it be outside of Philly, the Flying Pig or Berwyn Tavern, or the Great American Pub in Conshohocken, or even anywhere in Philadelphia that could use a good helping hand, such as McGillen's or the Misconduct, or basically anywhere that could be struggling right now. Blarney Stone in University City. I mean, Pub Web in North Philly. There you go. Shout out North Philly. Definitely help out anybody.
The only association I have with Philadelphia is the fact that Kyle Lowry is from there, and he's my favorite basketball player. North Philly's finest.
North Philly, Villanova. And there you have it.
Steven saying, do you think Negreanu's play style on the turn is partly why he's been getting hit with so many coolers throughout the match? He seems to check back the turn a lot. There's no blanket response or answer for any one hand, and there's always a lot more to it. But what if Daniel is getting into Doug's head, doing this more and more, and then he's gonna pounce at some point and just take all the money by setting him up for this in the long run? And of course, Doug's luck is going to run out at some point. So I feel as though
is it though? Is it
25,000 hands? It has to end at some point, right? Come on.
Jesus, Adam Smith guy's a bundle of laughs. Try smiling at some point. I'm smiling on the inside all the time, my friend.
By the way,
Good God, Adam looks like the boss at work that makes you come in on Saturdays.
What?
Sounds like a
the real
Dutch oven rule. Socialism.
Camille is asking the real questions. Remko, what have you done to get this job? I mean, Jeff and Brent may or may not be breathing right now, so maybe that answers your question. I don't know. We don't know. They might be incarcerated. We also don't know. They might never be back. Maybe I have taken over Jeff's life. These are all real possibilities. By the way, raised to almost 10K on the river there on the 5-9 ace 8-9. Let's not forget we are here for sphincters tightening. That is a call. 6-7 for Doug, making the straight on the turn.
Good God. You got to figure what? Ace for Daniel. Probably doing a little more there if you had 3 of the kind. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Yeah. Curious.
I
mean, you're talking about when's Polk's luck going to run out? Right on cue.
Yeah.
Right on cue.
Oh my God. To everyone watching right now, I'm seeing a sad amount of likes on this video. We have almost 3,000 people watching us right now and only 162 likes. Guys, let's get this to 500 already. Come on. Let's smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you stay in touch with all the latest from the GGPoker YouTube channel. And did you know a little trick here? If you hit the notification bell, you will get notification every single time this show goes live, as well as anything else that is going out on the GGPoker YouTube channel. And they have a really cool Saturday stream. The only negative is that it's Jeff and Brent hosting it. But besides that, it's really cool. They do live commentary on a whole cards up final table on ggpoker.tv. It's the WSOP Winter Online Circuit event with 100 million in guaranteed money running through January 10th, and that is with whole cards up. And this Saturday is the Christmas Colossus PLO version, so it's the Colossus if you want to get real specific. $400 buy-in, 1.2 million guarantee. So don't miss out on any of that action, whether it's to play or to bet on it or anything else in between. You got to make sure you are in the know about all the latest action. Oh, and our likes are coming in, so I guess you guys do listen to me a little bit. I appreciate that. Let's hit 500 real quick. I would appreciate that a lot. What did I miss while I was knee deep in figuring out all the promotions?
Life, liberty, the pursuit of everything, Remko.
Oh, you're such a Zen master. 7,500 in the middle here. $3,700 bet from Doug on the turn. So far, the left table has been the lucky table. So let's continue that streak. $10K on the turn. Daniel folds. By the way, if you guys are... But the admins are pushing me to chug beers. Well, it's a Monday. It's a Monday afternoon. I'm trying to be healthy.
It's Monday night in some time zones, and we might not try to be healthy soon.
So we can get Smitty to chug some beers. That's a good idea. Are you a beer guy or are you a hard liquor guy? I don't want
to. Depends on the mood. Depends on the lifestyle. Depends what we're doing. Depends what we're not doing. And that's driving. Don't drink and drive, kids.
Facts. Daniel takes one down here, beating Polk's queens. Let's see that one again. I know it wasn't a massive pot, but I'm kind of curious to see how that one played out. We got queens for Doug in this hand, and Daniel's got the ace. Doug makes a raise. Daniel just calls the smooth call, as some like to call it. Ace on the flop for Daniel, we know now. There's the third heart. Daniel checks again, so it's 2 checks. Check, check again. And then the ace on the river, Daniel bets small. Doug makes a raise to 2,500, and Daniel calls, showing 3 aces.
I mean, it seems like Daniel's winning every small pot, but the big ones, Doug's getting his money in, and he's getting them nice.
Yeah, that's true. Daniel so far unlucky. Like, okay, if you run jacks into aces, is that unlucky? Or are you only unlucky if you get a bad beat?
Oh, it's a cooler situation, especially when the flop was, what was it, 9-6-2? Heads up?
Yeah, it was 9 high flop, correct.
Yeah, can't do much there. It's unlucky.
Facts. It's very true.
We got a big pot. Oh, my.
Wow.
Oh, my. Oh, my, Daniel. And that's it. That is how the tide and Taddy's turn.
That was a huge one. Clearly, we are not paying enough attention. Let's break this one down. Let's get some hype in the chat right now. That was a massive, massive pot. No 3 bets before the flop, and this somehow escalates into space, into orbit, as Doug bets pot on the flop. Daniel makes the call. There's the beautiful 7 of clubs on the turn. Daniel checks again.
Nuts for Danny.
Doug bets pot again. So pot, and here we are on the river with 20K in the middle. Daniel checks the third time. We just talked about this. 70K shove from Doug. Daniel makes the call. He shows 10-8, and Doug shows down the 8 deuce suited. Did we not just mention the fact that Daniel was trying to get tricky, trying to get creative, and here it goes. 160K pot Daniel's way. Let's fucking go.
That was a boom sauce. Checked right into him. He knew it was coming, too. He knew it was coming.
I might need to undress. I'm getting hot. That was incredible.
And just like that, we're almost even, are we not?
Yeah, waiting on the final count. On the most recent count, Daniel was down 116K at the latest count, so he just won about 80K back.
Oh, and Polk is feeling himself, and Danny's not going away at all. I think Daniel just took the lead.
Oh boy, let's wait for official confirmation here. But that was a big swing. Lots of money on the table. Pots are growing. The password for the free roll, by the way, WSOPC, all caps. Daniel stuck only 24K. So we are almost back to even for the match today here on Monday, December 28th, the final session of 2020, as the boys take a little break to spend some time with loved ones, I'm sure, over the New Year's.
Down 24K, less than a buy-in when he was just down 900K. What
Exactly.
a time to be alive.
From 900K to 24K in one hand.
Oh, a few hands.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. By the way, if you're new to the show, and if you're watching from a place that we might not know about, let us know where you're watching from, because I love to hear where everyone is viewing this show from, and finding out if we can be the most international show in all of poker, which I think is possible. I think it's very possible that we have people from all over the world with us right now.
He should still be down. Should, yes, but is he?
It's definitely a lot closer than it was about 5 minutes ago. So good news for everyone rooting for Daniel. Oh, here come all the places in the world. We got Winnipeg in the house, Netherlands, Tokyo, Japan. I love that. Been there before. That was amazing. Germany, Alabama, Cornwall, England, Baltimore, Maryland, London, Ontario, Marsakala, Malta. Been to Malta. It's a great place. Norway, Denmark, Israel, Brisbane, Iceland, Paris, north of Ireland.
Jeff Platt's glory hole. So you mean Vegas?
Wow. Yeah. Beautiful. Summerlin, huh? New Brunswick, Canada, Madrid, Israel. Wow. Okay, it's getting out of control. I'm not sure if I can shout out all these places, but I do appreciate everyone letting us know. Lots of the Netherlands as well in the house. That's late, guys. It's pretty late over there. Appreciate everyone tuning in from all over the world. Yes, so much love in the chat. Jeff Polk says, watching from my car while my wife's at the doctor's office, Hood River, Oregon. Wow, it's oddly specific, but I appreciate it a lot. It's great. Oh, we got a big shove there and a call. What is going on there? Daniel Negreanu doubles up on the right table. Let's run it back. Let's see this hand because we have an under 6-figure pot on our hands. Daniel started this hand with 60K, and guess what? Now he has 118. Oh boy, let's see what happens here. We got a raise from the button. We got a 3-bet to 4K and a call from Doug. So already $8,000 in the middle on the King, Queen, 8 flop. Oh, Smitty, do the math. Daniel's up by now after this hand. Calls a bet of 2,700 on the flop. Checks again to him on the turn. Nearly 10K bet there by Doug. Daniel makes the call. The river brings the 8 pairing the board. Daniel checks a third time. We've seen this before, ladies and gentlemen. Doug goes all in, and Daniel makes the call for 43K. Doug shows 10-9 for the missed gutter ball. Daniel just only has top pair. That was enough to win this time. No aces for Doug. Daniel doubles up, and this means we are in the green.
I mean, Doug. Dougie, Doug.
By the way, Smitty, we are now as close as we've ever been on this stream to hitting that beautiful mark of 300K in one pot, because we right now on the right table are getting to 240 or 230K as a potential biggest pot possibility.
We're definitely get deep stack patty whacked.
Oh, deep stacked. I love the way you say that. I do think they should do at least one drunk session. By the way, Daniel Negreanu is now up $38,000. Those are American dollars. Yes, they are. He is up right now, which means that he's only stuck 773K, which can all be undone right now in this show, on this very broadcast. We can make it happen. Few big ones going Daniel's way. Mario, Smitty, we have our first positive comment. Mario says, great commentary, guys. Let's just take a moment to soak this in. Oh,
thank you. Blessed. Beyond blessed.
Shivers down my spine. Thank you, Mario. Appreciate that.
Overcooking my grits.
Oh, that's the sound of a good time.
We'll work on it. This could be a long one tonight.
It could be a long one. Yes, absolutely. Do you have a fridge under your desk?
I do not.
Oh.
Straight from the backside of my pants.
Oh, beautiful. I had you pegged as someone who has an office fridge.
We're working on it. You can only do so much.
I don't even have my lights turned on in here. I might need to do that soon. It's getting dark in Vegas. John Sales says, good to see you back, Remko. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone watching. If you want to do me a favor, come hang out with me tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Me and Daniel Negreanu are breaking down a 2006 WSOP circuit event where Daniel managed to win. It's honestly, truly epic footage. It's really, really cool to see. So don't forget to join me for that one. That's going to be awesome on the Poker Go YouTube channel.
Adam looks like a guy at the mall selling fake cologne. It's only fake if you fall for it.
That's amazing. I do like this theme of people pretending, or no, how do you say this?
That's not pretending. That's an actual fact.
That's actual fact.
Sold Mr. Stickies too. Look them up.
Oh, man.
Because they didn't work. I can tell you that much. Billy Mays style, baby.
That's amazing.
Actually, it wasn't. It was borderline suicidal, but it's another story. Another average story for another average day.
That's our campaign today. We are just trying to be average. Average is all we need. We're just hoping that Jeff and Brent will survive whatever they're dealing with today. Like I said before, I hope they're not in jail, which is a likely possibility knowing Brent Hanks.
If you think about it, well, Brent Hanks' legal issues aside, Doug Polk should still be up minimum 500K. He's shooting himself right in the dick.
Facts.
There's no reason he should have lost those 2 pots the way he did. Like, he's just being so aggressive. It's catching up to him.
I mean, it is kind of good for us that Doug is giving some back.
Oh, it's great.
makes these stacks a bit deeper, and we are aiming for a 300K pot today on the stream. You guys, by the way, give us your predictions. What's going to be the biggest pot in today's session? Right now, as far as the potential, we are up to 240K. That could be the biggest pot on the session as we're looking at these stacks right now. So let us know in the chat. Who do you think, or how big do you think the biggest pot is going to be on the session? Smitty set the line, 300K.
300K. He is up over 500K. I'm sorry, I meant like 50K today.
Right.
Maybe 100K today. How much was he up today? He was well up over like 150 at least. Yeah, 50K today.
Yeah, Doug was up 116K in like a few minutes. Oh, by the way, have the players taken a break? Is that why our faces are so large? I believe that is the case. If you're just tuning in, this is the Doug Daniel live stream. My face is way too large for my liking.
My face is too big to begin with.
Your face barely fits in the screen. That's kind of impressive.
It's not good. It's called genetics.
Genetics are something that we just have to deal with. But yeah, by the way, if you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button and subscribe to the GGPoker YouTube channel if you want more of this. We promise you guys, it's not going to be us all the time. We might be back though, but for now, we are really enjoying being with you all, watching this session.
Yeah, and keep coming at us in the chat.
Yeah.
Do whatever you need to do. Do whatever you need to do. Why does everyone at Barstool Sports try to act like Dave Portnoy? I am the opposite of Dave. When you want to talk about looks, humor, brain power, money, ladies, I am the opposite of anything Dave Portnoy. So I don't know what that was.
All right,
Sorry,
go ahead. We are back with the action, and we didn't miss anything. 14K in the middle on the left there. We promised to keep paying attention to the pots as they get into 5 figures. So let's see how this one will play out. Almost 5K there from Doug on the turn on the 7-6 Jack 3 with the club flush draw. Daniel folds, and we move on to the next hand. Let's see. If you guys have any more suggestions on what Smitty looks like, I'd love to hear them. I have one for you. A used car salesman who just got fired.
Okay. So someone told me one of my favorite digs. It's very subliminal the other week. It said that I look like I could be a good sign spinner, which insinuates that like I wouldn't be a good sign spinner. It's just like I could be a good sign spinner. Like I'm not even good enough to be worthy of entry-level sign spinning.
You have the potential.
I have the potential to be.
Right. The sign spinner scouts are still undecided on whether you can do it.
Smitty looks like Brent Hanks, and Brent Hanks let himself go. Well, true story. Brent Hanks let himself go about a decade ago.
It's fact. That's very, very true. I think we are heading into the first break here as the guys are sitting out, which means from experience speaking, this is banana time. So hopefully the boys get their bananas, get their potassium, and then hopefully they'll be back pretty quickly with some more action. But while they are taking a break, let me remind you all that GGPoker is in the business of giving away money, which, if you ask me, that is a great thing. So keep an eye on the WSOP Winter Online Circuit event from now until January 10th. $100 million in guaranteed money. Those are American dollars, by the way. 18 ring events, and every Saturday you can watch Final Table Cards Up coverage on ggpoker.tv featuring, sadly, Brent Hanks and Jeff Platt. And this Saturday, the Christmas Colossus, the PLO Colossus, a $400 buy-in, $1.2 million guaranteed. That is Final Table coverage with whole cards up, and you can bet on the players at the Final Table. And I'm pretty sure Jeff and Brent will have all the betting advice for you as that stream gets underway. So if you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell, you will never miss the action. You will always be up to date on what is happening. By the way, GGPoker has a weekly million series with 5 million guaranteed, the Super Millions, the High Roller Millions, the Zodiac Millions, the Global Millions. There's just millions all over the place. It's pretty impressive, and there's just so much happening that is even hard for me to keep up. And I do this for a living. I do poker for a living. It's all I do. I watch poker. I write about poker. I do podcasts about poker. There's just so much happening. It's pretty intense for me even to still digest all of this. while we're here on break, do get your questions in for myself and Mr. Smitty as we have just wrapped up. Did we just wrap up the first 2 hours? What is happening? Are they negotiating right now? Can someone let me know what is going on? Thank you.
I mean, they can't be done. It's impossible. Last stream session of the year, last one went 5 hours. Like they can't be done, especially unless Polk cuts the cord, but I doubt that. But Daniel's crushing right now.
12,500 hands done is what people are assuming in the chat. Is this the end of the challenge, guys? Could this possibly be Daniel pulling the plug? Because as far as I know, he is allowed to pull the plug on the challenge. Are we getting Daniel joining us on this call? What is happening right now? I'm a little bit overrun by anxiety. Like that, I cannot deny that.
Were they ending at 12,500 hands? Was that like official?
Well, no. The thing is, they can't end it. So this might be the end, ladies and gentlemen. This is possibly the end. Don't go anywhere. We are waiting for confirmation. We are waiting for the news. We are waiting to see what's going to happen. Are they going to keep playing?
Interesting.
While we're waiting, smash the like button. We haven't hit 500 yet. That's my goal. If you want us to continue, smash the like button. It won't do anything, but it makes me feel better.
There's no way they quit.
Wow.
There's no way. It doesn't happen. The only way it happens is if one just refuses to go on.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw the table. They've both left the table. Wow.
And that was our sign. That was our cue. Correct. That they were done.
Wow, your audio just went haywire in my ears. I hope that's not the same for everyone else. I hope it's still. Did you just smash your microphone? Is that what happened?
No, the pup's going around with a water bottle. It's doing the thing. So you have bikes, I have a dog.
Oh.
We all lived a good life.
That's true.
Only Daniel quit. Daniel just tweeted. Can we get a word on that tweet?
Oh boy.
Because no matter what, we're getting Daniel Negreanu here for an interview post-match, correct?
Exactly. Yes, we are getting the latest. I don't see any Daniel tweets, so we're still safe. Huh.
All the side bets are basically.
So I spoke to God and Jesus in my ear, and they're saying that they're also just waiting for the information. They know as much as we do. So we are all just sitting here waiting, just full of anxiety, trying to figure out what is going on. Let's see. And this is correct. It says only Daniel is allowed to pull the plug. Polk isn't allowed. When you're ahead, you can't quit, which makes a lot of sense. They said they would pause at 12,500 hands to get it verified by the WSOP before choosing to play past 12,500. Well, since Daniel is not in this chat right now, talking to you guys, the fans, I'm just going to say that we're going to continue playing after they settle the score, after they figured out the tally up until this point.
Amanda quit having Adam spread lies about your husband? What am I saying? That's incorrect. I'm not trying to spread anything. I want them to continue. I want Daniel to win all of his money back because that means we'll have unprecedented action today.
Exactly. All right, so we are indeed waiting on the tally. We are waiting on the exact verified number after 12,500 hands. We have reached the official halfway point of this challenge, and a lot of people that I know that have a lot of influence and power and know Daniel are saying that there's no way he's going to quit. And that is both the challenge and today. So I think what's happening right now is that we are just waiting on official numbers on the midway point of this challenge before continuing play here on this beautiful Monday night. The tally for the session is Daniel is stuck $46,000, and the total he's up $46,000, and the total is he's down $764,000. So that is where we stand right now as far as the numbers.
Smitty needs to be put on mute. I agree. I doubt DNegs will quit, but who knows? Tell your people with power to fire Smitty. Fire me, people. He will quit. It's 12,500 hands. A lot of speculation going on right now. Also, a lot of speculation of side bets going on.
Yeah, that's true. There must have been plenty of side bets on the midway point result. I could totally see that being the case. So we're just waiting for the official numbers. We are going to keep talking, and we are going to keep entertaining you guys. And I would say don't go anywhere, because until Daniel Negreanu with his face and voice shows up on this very stream, that's when it's over. That's when it's done, because he is joining us for sure after the session has been completed. So they might play for 3 straight days, Smitty, and you and I are stuck here with no food.
We would be stuck here for 3 straight days if they decide, or if Daniel decides, because it is his decision to be made.
Which is unfair. We should be in charge of these things. Let's be real.
It is what it is. But he
That's
can turn it around if he carries on. That is correct.
That's correct. That is true. Like, taking a loss right now would mean that is what's going to be in the history books, and continuing to battle on gives yourself another chance to keep, changing how history will look back on this epic, iconic session. So, oh man, kind of interesting.
See some people asking about soccer at Barstool. Yes, Troops is electric, as is Za. I mean, Troops was electric before Barstool and when he came across the pond. But, I mean, only big things are be coming from them. Were you aware of Troops, Remko?
Troops? What is
Troops? Troops is a hooligan, a soccer aficionado.
Oh,
from
I didn't know they were called
across
that.
your way, across the pond.
Oh, now I'm being told that. Okay, let's wait. Let's wait on. There's developments behind the scenes. There's developments. Don't go anywhere. Oh, I think Mr. Negreanu is about to join us. Oh, Daniel, connecting to audio. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Can you hear us?
Hey, what's up, gentlemen?
What's up, Daniel? Good to have you with us. However, I was about to crack open a cold one and make it into a long night. You guys decided to call it quits on the session here at the halfway point. Was that predetermined? And how do you feel about it?
Well, we weren't sure yet. We kind of thought it makes sense to sort of stop at the halfway point, readjust, see if we want to continue playing or not. But I figured it's kind of a good time because our next match is until January 4th. We can end the year right at the halfway point, and then we can decide, will the match continue? For the beginning of the session there, it didn't look like it was going to, because he had aces 3 times. One of them I had jacks. The other one I had, he had queens the other time. Queens against queen jack of spades. On 2 spades, I hit a jack. And then I had queens against his aces when I turned to queen. So it didn't look good losing 3 stacks to his aces. But then, right down the stretch with like 50 hands left, he fired off some big bluffs that we're walking into like the nuts and pretty close to the nuts in another one.
Yeah. Go ahead, Smitty. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned within the first hour, he got aces 3 times, one time over jacks. He had pocket queens or queen jack flush draw. He got a 7-6 offsuit straight on the river. Took you for a bit. How do you feel about Daniel Polk basically having a golden horseshoe up his dick, and how are you going to unlodge it from there?
Well, the good news is I ended up winning a buy-in. So I feel like we unlocked a little bit of it, right? Somehow. But this kind of way the match is gone. Like the biggest pots I win typically are just like when he goes for it and I have it. Those are the ones that it's not like, oh, wow, look at that. Nut straight against that. I mean, it is sometimes, but mostly it's been, he runs some big bluffs and I call. But I mean, I'm hopeful that the second half of the match, I run a little better. Well, I run a lot better than I did in the first half. So it's doable. I think I'm down like 19 buy-ins now after today. So yeah, we'll just take it from there.
So you're almost implying by how you just said that there's no chance you are going to quit. However, you do have the option. The winner can't quit, but you have that option right now. Is it a real consideration to throw the towel at this point?
I mean, sure, right? Like, the thing you want to look at is like, all right, so for me, what's important is winning the match. It's less about the money and winning the match, right? So like if it's a football game at the half, if you were down, let's say you were down 49-0 against a really good team, you might go, you know what, guys, let's pack it in for the second half. Let's not get out there. Let's go have some beers, right? But I don't think it's quite that bad. It's 19-0 right now or whatever. He's up by 19 points. 3 touchdowns is what I need. which essentially is what like 3 big winning sessions could look like, right? If you win, because, you know, if you play longer sessions, you can win 10, 12, 15 binds, especially when the stacks get deeper. So it's certainly doable. I'm going to have to run really hot in order to win the match. But he did in the first half, I felt like. And I felt like, you know, I played, as the match got better, like longer, I started to play better and better. Like the version of me today is not even remotely the same as the first week when I was, you know, very limited in what I could do. So today was, big.
Yeah. So what I'm curious about is how much better have you gotten at heads up poker and compare the lead up to the first match versus all the information that you've gathered since? Like, explain to us who all love to play how that learning curve has been.
Well, I would say this. If you're new to poker or whatever, it's going to be really, really hard. It was really hard for me, and I've been playing for 20 years. Luckily, I have a lot of poker sense, and I was able to adapt the concepts pretty quickly. I think that's the biggest problem for most people as far as a learning curve. You're like, all right, well, I understand all this, but then like, how do you actually apply it in game? You know, how do you remember all these different flop textures and what sizes you're supposed to use and when you're supposed to, you know, check, call, donk, lead the turn and all these kind of weird things, right? So luckily for me, I got 20 years experience. I'm a hard worker and a good student, if you will. Like I do what I'm told for the most part. It's funny because, well, I won't even mention it, but yeah. Anyway, I had a little leakage. I at the end of the session, we sent a screenshot and full disclosure, I don't use them, but they're on my screen. There were some pre-flop charts on my screen. But we did agree that we could use them. I am not using them whatsoever, but I do have some on my screen just in case I forget.
Oh man, but back to my question though, do you feel as though you improved a lot more since the match started, or before the match did you like build up a lot of confidence in the lead up?
Oh, way more comfortable, way more confident. Like, you know, it's also when I started the match, and I've mentioned this on several post games, is like I had 2 sizes, bet 20% of the pot or bet 75% of the pot. That's it. You know, that or check. That's it. So that's kind of limiting, but that's how you kind of like build a structure and learn. Today I have all the sizes pretty much. You know, I'm using, you know, 2/3 pot. I'm using 27%. I'm using, you know, 135, 150s, 110s, you know, all kinds of stuff, which is way more complicated, which is one of the edges that he had, certainly in the first 10 to 15 matches. Like his big edge is his sizing is a lot better than mine. Okay. His is more pinpoint accurate. Now, I've discussed this before. If I could play 2 sizes GTO perfectly, that could win, but I can't because no human can. So having the more sizes and sharper spots where I'm actually betting the right amount versus going, oh shit, well, I want to bet more, I want to bet less, but I only have 20 or 75, right? So being able to do that has been beneficial for me for sure.
Right. So now in the next few days before what could be the next session, if you guys decide to continue playing, is that going to be, you know, a couple hours a day of hardcore studying, or is it also important to let loose a little bit and unwind because it's been quite intense?
Yeah, the good news is the study's gotten easier. Like I study game theory, study GTO stuff, right? And I can do a lot of it on my own now because, you know, I have some help with like ways that I can, you know, learn while I'm just watching TV and stuff like that, like things I can study on my own. But I also got hockey coming up. So I got like some hockey fantasy research to do. We do have an entire week off, right? So I got my hockey draft. I got a big decisions to make. I just signed Jack Hughes to 15-year deal in my fantasy league. I'll be 61. And this guy's still going to be on my team. Wow. So it's super fun. I'm going to do that a little bit, but I'll certainly get the study in and look, you know, again, and then make the decision. We don't know, you know, is the match going to continue? Bum, bum, bum. We'll have to see.
I mean, given the amount of money that's been wagered across the poker world on this match, some people may or may not have put a significant amount of their bankroll on you or on Doug on both sides. Does that weigh into your decision to keep playing? Are people texting you, Daniel, don't quit, don't quit? Is that happening?
Well, no one is, but like, here's what happened. Before the match, I didn't have any bet on the side bet. Like I didn't have any money on the side bet. And then I realized like a lot of people bet on me. And if I don't have any incentive to continue past 12-5, right? If I was a small loser or whatever, then I'm kind of screwing everybody, right? One of those people would be Bill Perkins, who has a lot of money bet on him. So I ended up betting a little bit. I bet a decent amount at 5-1 or whatever. And then Perky, you know, in good faith said, I'll give you 10-1. So that I got 10-1 on myself for a small bet so that, you know, it made the odds a little bit better because Perky has a lot more money on it. It was worth it for him for the, you know, to sort of like incentivize me to continue pushing through.
Right. This might be like out of left field type question, but if you were to handicap this match before it started and now, how do you feel those odds have changed if they have?
Yeah, well, I think, in the first week, the number that you're seeing of 5-1, he's probably bigger favorite than that in the first week, I would say. Right. Today, if you could get 5-1 and the match started right now, I don't think you would be making, I mean, you'd be making a very foolish bet betting on him at 5-1. Not to say, he's not accomplished, but 5-1 is a big spread. And what I've learned in this is I've learned that luck plays a major fucking role, right? Like I think I'm down 760 and about 300 something thousand of that is just from all ins where, those are complete flips, right? And there's been a lot of coolers and stuff like today. I mean, there's just a lot of spots from like, I have jacks, he has aces. Okay, I lose a buy-in. If he had the jacks and I had the aces, he would have lost the buy-in. The flop was 9-5 deuce, right? So it's just like, okay, predetermined. A lot of spots are predetermined. And when you run sims on luck in heads up, you take two guys that are even, right? Say like, you two are dead even in skill and you played 10 million hands. One of you will go on a 600 buy-in downswing at some point. It makes you feel fucking crazy, right? So really 19 buy-ins at this point, it doesn't seem as much as it looks like in the number, because people see the number like, oh my God, that's almost $1 million. I'm like, yeah, but in terms of units, it's really just 19 bets, 19 buy-ins.
That's true. Smitty, from your perspective as a poker fan and an observer, how do you feel about Daniel's chances?
I love him. I love him because he's a champion, and champion's champion in the end. I think Jesus and Abraham Lincoln said that the best. But Daniel, what I like to thank you for is your help with the Barstool Fund as a representative of Barstool Sports. $100 raffle for a donation to the Barstool Fund gets a 1-hour private lesson with you. My question is, if Barstool Nate ends up somehow winning that raffle and rigging it, how would you even think about making him into an adequate poker player?
Woo, I would have my work cut out for me, huh? If he wins and I only get like an hour, we might have to extend it for him to get like basic concepts down. But, on the note of Barstool, I wanted to say, like, I think it's important because I think sometimes, I think they get a bad rap, right? And when you look at, people talk about words versus actions, right? You might not like some of the words that some people say, okay? You find that offensive, right? But when it comes down to action, what are you doing to make the world a better place, right? So you can love or hate Dave Portnoy for, his, he's got some views that are, extreme or whatever, and I don't agree with everything he says. But the bottom line is this: he's doing something to really help out, right? So what are you doing? Are you just sitting there on your phone, cursing out other people for not being good citizens of the world, and you're doing this wrong because you said this and you missaid this and you didn't say the gender name right or whatever? Or are you out there in this, in the arena, working to make things, happen for people? And Barstool Fund is already at like $6 million raised or whatever.
8.5.
The government's not. Yeah, the government's not stepping in. So you see real people, real Americans who say, fuck that. We got to help these people out. And I love it. You got to love it. Like the government's, they fucking $600, shove it up your ass, $600. What are these people going to do with $600 for a whole year, right? So now all of a sudden you can inject some real money and help, like on a personal level, real businesses who are struggling. Like you shut down. Okay, I get it. So listen, I get it. COVID, real thing. You shut down New York because you have to, because you're feared of all that stuff. Like, all right, if you're going to do that, you got to take care of your people. And by not doing that, you failed us. You failed us as a government. So it's good to see something like Barstool. And I challenge people to, instead of focus on, the source of what's happening here, is focus on the good that's happening, which is that money's being raised and it's being 100% dedicated to helping those in need. And that's always a good thing, regardless of the package it comes in.
Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate it.
Truth bomb, by the way. And check out Cracking Aces on Twitter if you want more information about the raffle. $100 per raffle ticket to win an hour of coaching by Daniel Negreanu. I know for Smitty and I, that won't be enough to learn anything because we're basically, at the starting point of that whole learning curve. But Daniel, I must say it's been really inspiring to watch you take on Doug, who, is known as a heads-up specialist, and you coming out of the live streets all the way to the online heads up no limit streets. The difference could not possibly be any bigger. Gonna leave you with a few more short questions here. First one being, how do you think in the long run this whole challenge and all the studying that comes along with it is going to help your poker game when live poker returns?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? When you learn to play heads up poker at a high level, it makes playing against 7 or 8 people seem freaking easy. It's so much easier because like you can be selective too. Like you don't have to play every single hand, queen six offsuit every single time, right? And specifically some things that I've learned that I can't go too much into detail with are really going to help me in spots when I play like, ring game live. Because there's certain, I can't go down that road because it'll give away too much information. But it's certainly something that like a lot of things I'm learning just with like bluffing, in good spots, bluffing a lot more because you have to, right? So it gets you accustomed to it. Like part of my small ball approach from 2003 to now is like, just don't fucking bluff. It's stupid. When you bluff and they call you, just wasted money. But actually, in heads up, you can't do that. Like you have to bluff. You have to bluff at a decent clip. So just getting more comfortable with doing that, I think is going to help me when I'm playing even the super high roller bowls against the crushers who see old man DNegs and they're like, well, old man DNegs would never be fucking bluffing here. It may be easy laydown, and I might be sticking it to him with some, creative high end bluffs.
The only thing I will ask you along the same lines is that please bring the pent up aggression, Daniel, to some of the live events. That will make for some great content there. If you do
a little different live, right? Because I don't know if you can say cock, fuck, shit at the table. Like there's rules against that. But when I'm that's the thing that's great about online poker. You play on GGPoker, you can curse all you want. You can even Snapchat the person with a curse and be like, nice hand, you cock, fuck, right? Like you can do that with Snapcam. So I save most of my rants for online, and then when I'm live, I'm usually just having fun with people, and I try to keep the cursing to a minimum.
Online poker is a good way to get that out of your system. Daniel, you and I are back tomorrow for some 2006 WSOP circuit event Tunica action. For the people that are unfamiliar, I do a show called Run It Back on the Poker Go YouTube channel. I do it twice a week, and Daniel is joining me tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific. Daniel, in a few words, what was your life back then during the Tunica WSOP circuit event final table?
That's actually a really kind of a funny story, and I'm sure we'll talk about it tomorrow. But that was when I was running Full Contact Poker as a company, and the people at Full Contact were like, we need some more money, for the marketing budget, and put some money in. I'm like, all right, how much do we need? And they're like, we need like 500,000. I'm like, all right, cool. When's the next tournament? And they're like, well, there's one in Tunica this weekend. All right, I'll book a flight. So book a flight to go play a 10K tournament, World Series circuit. First prize, like 750,000. Come back, put the 500K on the table, go, okay, we're square. We're good now. Let's keep it rolling.
That is unbelievable. We'll hear the long version of that story tomorrow on the show. Daniel, for now, thank you so much. Enjoy New Year's Eve. Take some time off with Amanda. Amanda, by the way, thank you so much for being in the chat with us today as well. And I'm sure that you'll have plenty more tricks up your sleeve in 2020.
Nice having some new blood in here, huh? Remko and Adam.
Finally, some sane people in this damn stream.
I'll have to listen back to it, guys. Thanks for doing it.
Thank you so much, Daniel.
Appreciate it.
See you.
All right, that was Daniel Negreanu. That leaves Smitty and I here to close things out. On your way out the door, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay in touch with the GGPoker YouTube channel as they are continuing to cover this feud as it continues into 2021. Smitty, any parting words on your behalf?
It's going to be a very exciting second half once they get into it. Got what? 12.5K hands to go, 12.5K down. So for more blood.
Exactly. More blood is what we are after. Hopefully, Smitty and I can be back on the stream in the future. I hope you guys appreciated our commentary. Don't forget to also follow us on the Twitter streets. I am at Remko Rinkema, and I believe you are at Barstool, Smitty.
Believe it.
Exactly. All right. For now, this was the heads-up duel heads-up feud between, I keep saying duel feud is all the same thing, but it's heads-up poker. That's all that matters. Between Doug and Daniel. My name is Remko Rinkema. He is Barstool Smitty. This was the action on the GGPoker YouTube channel. You guys come back on Saturday as Jeff and Brent take you through another final table of the WSOP Winter Online Circuit. For now, have a good night, and we'll see you guys soon.